JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you. Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you will receive 20% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she takes you on the fascinating journey of creating face canes using polymer clay. In each chapter, Debbie will guide you through how to create each part of the face. Then, with the final chapter, advance your skills and learn how to add detail and character to your piece. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we like to provide you with the best possible service. Our friendly and helpful call centre team are on hand 24 hours a day to assist you with your shopping or any other queries you may have. We also have a dedicated Facebook help team who are on hand 7 days a week between the hours of 7:30 AM and 10:30 PM. Jewellery Maker, making your experience the best it can be.
Hi, how is everybody? You all good? Happy Sunday. What are you having for your roast today? We're having nothing today. That's like crisps and fruit. Maybe, Laura, do you think?
Yeah, I got fruit.
Got fruit. Got fruit. Got fruit, bit of gravy. It's not the same, is it? It's just not the same. Happy Sunday, by the way. Welcome to today's Designer Inspiration Show. Joined by the lovely Laura Binding, who's stepping in the shoes of Debbie Kershaw today because she's poorly.
Yeah.
So thanks, Laura.
No,
thank you. And Laura has done some incredible pieces. It is all about stamping today. Do you know what I've never done? I've never seen any of the stamping bits and bobs before. I've been in and out of Jewellery Maker for a good 18 months now, permanently here for about 3 months, I think, but I've never had the pleasure of bringing you any of the stamping kits or anything like that. So it's all new to me as well. So Laura's going to show us some of those bits and bobs later on. We've got loads of incredible strands. I've got wire for you today. And I've got the biggest cabochon auction that I think I've ever seen for you. Let's have a little look at those. Oh, I know. Look at those. I've never seen that many cabochons before. Cabochons. For one price. Wait until you see those. Incredible. So loads coming up today. Where would you like to start, Liam Lovely? Producer Liam today. Which way am I going, love? Oh, have a look at these. 925 solid sterling silver. 925 solid sterling silver. You can really feel the weight of these. You can see the quality there and the lustre as well. Now you've got 3 pairs of your earring findings in total. You've got your butterfly backings with these as well. They're beautiful. I love these. They are so fab. Now your 925 stamp, let's have a little look. It will be on there somewhere for you. Solid sterling silver, you can't compromise, I don't think. When it comes to any of your big 5s, such as tanzanite, diamonds, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, it's got to be solid sterling silver with your pearls as well. You've got your little light at the bottom there, so you could just pop a jump ring through there if you wanted to, and add your gemstone on there as well. And to be fair, they're really sizable, aren't they? So actually, you could use a pretty big gemstone on there if you wanted to, entirely up to you. How about some chain? Bit of chain cascading down with some gemstones on there, maybe some black spun out for your luster. They're beautiful, aren't they? Solid sterling silver, approximately 11 millimetres in size. 3 pairs in total you've got there. WXRF 28. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got these coming up later on, these shells. Bridal. Look at these. One of those maybe. Just one of those. Oh, how pretty. They're gorgeous. Do you know what? There's absolutely tons of you there today. It's been a really, really busy morning. You can avoid the queues, by the way, by joining us on the web at www.JewelleryMaker.com. As loads of you are already, there's so many of you with these in your basket, so well done, but just make sure that you do continue to your checkout with these. Well done to Karen Anonymous Junior there, Anonymous ×2, Anonymous in Essex, well done to you. Karen in the West Midlands, you've just got yours. Anonymous in North Yorkshire, Emma in Kent. Do you know what? Should we go down to Bargain Town, Liam? Yes, Liam's ready. Sunday. Oh, whoa! Can we go back up? No. £6.95. That's not even £3 per pair. That's like £2.30 each. That's ridiculous, producer Liam. Ridiculous, I tell you. That's incredible for solid sterling silver. I would definitely, Azina in Malaga, ×4. Definitely be multi-buying. Nancy in Bristol, ×2. Well done. Brenda in Surrey, ×2. How many do we have, Liam? That's great. We've got a great quantity, but you know what? There's so many of you multi-buying right now. These are going to go really, really quick. How about that for value, Laura Binding? £6.95 for solid sterling silver.
For 3 pairs?
For 3 pairs.
You wouldn't be able to buy that, would you, in the shop?
Definitely not. Do you know what? In fact, as Mark Smith always says with findings, if it's a pair of earrings, anything like that, he's going to put a £10 price tag on the findings before he's even added any gemstones. That means you've got your money back and some on just 1 pair of earrings there. You've got 3 pairs. Laura, you could snip those off, couldn't you, as well, if you just wanted some simple hoop earrings?
Yeah, you'd be able to cut them, but again, you could make interchangeable earrings, so you could pop a couple of different drops on jump rings, and then people could just, or little tiny lobster claws even, so people could make little features of them and change them about. I just think they're really cool. They'd look gorgeous, wouldn't they? 80 of them have gone so far. So many of you multiplying. Do you know what? If there's about 30 of you with these in your baskets, you need to be checking out £6.95. That's incredible. Okay, did you want to do those pearls, Liam? I love that. I wasn't really asking him, I was telling him. Have a look. Oh my gosh. Mother of the bride, mother of the bridegroom, bridesmaids. Look at these. Do you know what? These are my favourite coloured shells that we've ever had. Look at these. Oh, glamour. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. Perfect. Perfectly round shells. You've got your hazy violet and you've got your rose pink here. 8mm and your 6mm in size. They're perfect for any bridal work, but just as they are, you know, simply restranded maybe as a pearl necklace. In fact, if I just take, I'm going to take the pink one there. In a jewellers, your local jewellers, wherever you may live, up north, down south, local jewellers, in a window, no price tag. What would you think? Would you think they were pearls? I would, you know. I would. I'd look at them and think they're pearls. I wouldn't think they were shell pearls at all. They are perfectly round. 8mm in size. 1 strand. Resale value, I'm thinking at least £30 for shell pearls. At least £30 for just 1 strand. They are gorgeous. But you're not just getting 1 strand, you are getting 4 strands. Up to you. You can mix and match those colours up, leave them just as they are. There's so many pearls. Do you know what? I'm going to count out just on one of these strands for you. Okay, so you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 49. Approximately 49 pearls. That's a lot of pairs of earrings, isn't it? You know, if you wanted to bring value to your crystal, you could maybe just 1 pair of earrings. Oh, they'd look gorgeous, wouldn't they? I don't know, 10, 15 pounds, depending on where you're selling. Money-making strands here, that's what I'm thinking. 4 strands, so £6.95, those are the rules per strand. I'm rubbish at maths, about £28 or something for 4 strands there. Yes, Liam? No, he says no. That's a should-be price, £15.80 just to restrand one of these. In fact, if that's a should-be price, I'm just thinking, pair of earrings. What kind of price tag would you be popping on these at home for a pair of earrings? What price would you pop on them, Laura? Just a pair of earrings, 2 gemstones.
If I'd probably use one of the larger ones.
Yeah.
And just minimum of about £6 if they were on like just some nice findings.
£6, incredible value for a pair of earrings. I'd be buying more than one pair on Laura's Craft Stall at £6. And that's just 2 gemstones. It's approximately 49 in one strand, and we're at £9.95 for 4 strands. Do you know what? For me, they're the best colour of shells that I've seen. They are so feminine, they're so girly, so glamorous. For all of you that have got amethyst in your stash already, which most of you have, they're going to look perfect with amethyst, aren't they? Those gorgeous pinks and purples there, violet hues. You've got so much lustre. That is a jewellery making friend price, isn't it? Definitely. £9.95. We are at less than £2.50 per strand for genuine shell pearls you've got here. 8mm and 6mm in size. Well done. Anonymous in Derbyshire, Denise in Nottinghamshire, Gillian in England. Lynn in Northumberland, Denise in Essex, Paul, you're there, Geraldine in Midlothian, Anonymous, again, loads of you with these in your baskets. Make sure you're coming in very, very quickly for these. It's so busy this morning. Do you know what? Isn't it miserable outside today? Talk about coming back to England with a bump. It's nearly June and it's freezing cold. It's wet. Our Laura came through pouring down rain on the way here, didn't you know that?
It was really surreal. It was like showers and then your wipers are going and it stopped and then it suddenly goes again, but then we had a massive torrential pour for about 2 minutes and it stopped.
It's just typical, isn't it? Typical British weather. Our summer was in April. Hope you enjoyed it. Incredible. Okay, so first part of Laura's challenge. Now, 2 strands of black agate and the cabochon. The cabochon, well, this is even in glamour. Absolutely stunning. I think you picked this out yourself, didn't you, Laura's challenge?
Yeah.
We gave her a bit of a choice this morning, actually, which is nice, I think. And I have to say, what a choice you've made, Laura. I'm loving this cabochon here. I love agate anyway, because of the banding you get within this gemstone. Makes it really individual, really unique. Now, I'm just thinking the cabochon there, bit of wire work wrapping maybe, in a pendant. Have a look at this, against the block colour. Oh yes, long drop. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. If you multiply here and you get a couple of these cabochons, they're going to be completely different because of that banding within the gemstone. Look at that lustre. And this is huge as well, I have to say. Just by itself, 40 carats, 40 by 30mm in size. You then have a strand at 80 carats, your 6mm rounds there, faceted rounds at 80 carats. And then you've got your bigger strand at 120 carats, your 8mm faceted rounds there as well. So in total, that is a colossal 240 carats. 240 carats. I'm loving that cabochon. So elegant. And the thing is as well, black gemstones, clear gemstones, classic monochrome, look, they're going to go with absolutely every other gemstone that you've got in your stash already, aren't they? They are gorgeous. JSGC23 is your code for these. 0800 644 655. Look at that lustre. That's incredible. Black gemstones anyway have phenomenal lustre, but when they're faceted as perfectly as these, look at them sparkle away, even in glamour. In fact, I'm going to hold this strand up to the neckline as well so you can see that. Simply restranded. You could restrand this, couldn't you, and then have the cabochon in the middle there. That would look nice, wouldn't it? Oh, look at that. Fancy a night out, Laura Binding?
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. Anonymous in Lincolnshire, Anonymous in Surrey ×2. Well done. Emma in Cambridgeshire, Pamela in South Yorkshire. Let's take this down to Bargain Town. We're just going to stay there today. We're not going to leave. 0800 644 6. Never. Never. Wow. I don't really know what to say about that. Laura, what kind of price tag would you be popping on the cabochon?
Wow.
Once you've done what you're going to do with your piece, what kind of price tag do you think?
For me, if I kept it as simple as possible,
Yeah.
I would be looking at probably about £10 to £12 for the cabochon piece alone, not anything else.
Yeah.
But if I was to do a wire work piece, I would probably be looking at about a minimum of 20 plus.
See, how good is that? Incredible, incredible value you've got here. At
£8.95. That is an added to your order price tag. Loads of you there, and lots of you multi-buying as well. And that's a great thing. If you're multi-buying, you're going to get that little difference there, subtle difference in your cabochons as well because of that banding. They're beautiful. This is only the first part of the challenge. Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't know there was 2 parts to this challenge. Whoops, this chair's a bit wonky. Is this the one our rally fell off? Feels like it is. Okay, so the second part of the challenge, that I didn't know we've done this. This is fab. Okay, so we've got some wire, your silver coloured wire and the strand. And this was meant to be an addition to a kit that we've got coming up later on. But we're going to show you now. We'll do it later on as well if we've got any left. Aren't these? Oh, look at that colour. Holiday. 75 carats of Amazonite. Laura's going to use the wire with this challenge as well. You've got your 1mm gauge, silver coloured wire, and you've got your 0.25mm. What are you thinking, Laura? What are your first thoughts?
I want to do something nice with the cabochon wire because I've got a beautiful combination of wires there. I don't know because I'm also going to try and mix it in a little bit with us going for a little bit of a live demonstration. So I'm going to try and incorporate something like that into that. Maybe I can show something simple, like a nice simple wrap or something.
Fab, brilliant, I'm loving it. We're going to have lots of interactiveness today, if that's the word. Loads of interactiveness, getting involved later on when Laura's doing the demonstrations. A little Q&A session, I think. Yes, it's going to be fun today. 0800 644 655. So you have 10 metres of your silver plated copper wire there, 1mm gauge, and you've got 15 metres of your silver plated copper 0.25mm gauge, and 75 carats of your Amazonite. Graduated irregular drops there. 6x5 to 10x5 millimetres in size, 30 centimetre strand. There's a lot of gemstones there. Deals so far have been fab. Got a low quantity of these. You're going to have to be really, really quick because we are going low. If the prices of the wire yesterday were anything to go by, get involved now because we're going really low for you. LTG C24. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? I think something happened while I was on holiday and I didn't get the email maybe or something. But something's going on with prices, especially where wire is concerned. $7.95. You've got 25 metres of wire there and 75 carats of your Amazonite at $7.95. That is incredible. I'd definitely be coming in for the black agate. I'd definitely be coming in for this bundle as well. Maybe you can follow in our Laura's footsteps later on and create same design. Bit of inspiration. Incredible. 0800 644 655. Anonymous in West Yorkshire, Weldon. Cheryl in Lancashire. Anonymous in Surrey. Eleanor, good afternoon to you in L'Exemple. I always say it in a French accent. It's actually in Spain. I don't know why I do that. Can anybody do it in a Spanish accent? It's in Barcelona. Oh, right, okay. So Liam's telling me it's between Spanish and French there, anyway. Oh, okay. They speak Catalan. Ah, I see. Well, I didn't know. See, every day's a school day. I love that. We learned how to spell zhuzh yesterday here at JewelleryMaker. It's one of those words we use a lot, but I've never known how to spell it. But now, in fact, I've forgotten now as well, but it's spelled with a Z. I know. $7.95. 0800 644 655. Pamela in Dorset ×2. Congratulations, Dorcas in Merseyside. You've just joined me. Janet in Yorkshire. Kimmy, good afternoon to you. You're back in. Dawn in Worcestershire. You're there. Half the stock has gone. Loads of you with these in baskets. Do make sure you're checking out, especially those of you just hovering there, because the telephone bidders, they can put you to the post, you know. Okay, our Laura's got to have this as part of a challenge. I'll just pop that there for you, Laura, lovely. Fab. Have a look. Right, this is the biggest cabochon deal I think I've ever seen in all of my days. This is ridiculous. I had a small, I'd say argument, it wasn't really an argument, discussion with Liam this morning about, are you sure these should all be together? This is not 2 separate auctions, no. This is the biggest opportunity to own cabochons. Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you're just thinking about doing a bit of wire work, working with your cabochons. This would be an incredible, incredible opportunity for you to come in. Now, I'm going to count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I've not finished. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. 42. Unbelievable. 42 cabochons. Now, I can't guarantee the number that you're going to get, but I can guarantee you 2,490 carats. 2,490 carats. I'm just going to say that again. 2,490 carats of genuine gemstones. Look at the colours you are getting here. Now, these for me are brilliant. With your bigger cabochons, I know a lot of you use them maybe for photography. You know, if you're photographing your jewellery, maybe some of your rings for your website, maybe just pop your ring on one of the cabochons, take a picture, looks so professional, looks really good. Maybe you might use them to decorate your stall at one of your craft fairs as well, if you're not just using them for jewellery. These are, do you know what, this is my favourite. Look at that colour. Oh, doesn't that make you want to go on Holly Bobs? That's gorgeous. The great thing with cabochons as well, if you've got a massive variety like this here, you could just say to your customers, you know, have a look at these cabochons, pick your favourite one, carry on with your shopping and I'll make you something, come back in half an hour, I'll have you something made. I like that idea because then it's personalised, isn't it? And they are all so individual. Look at these colours. They are just gorgeous. Different shapes, different sizes. I think I counted approximately 40 something here. Again, can't guarantee the number you'll get, but I can guarantee the carat weight there. 2,490 carats. Now let's just be really conservative here and say you're gonna sell these at £5 a piece. You know, whether it be a statement ring, a pendant or whatever. Let's say £5 a piece. If there's 40 here, that's £160. And £5, I think, is very conservative, don't you? In a ring, maybe. A bit of a wire around there. I'm going to go with the £10 price tag there in a ring. Easy. Oh my gosh, I don't know how we can do this. Sometimes I sit here and I say to you, okay, well, we're a family ring company and we go direct to the source wherever possible. We have the most incredible buying team. That's how we do it. But there's some cases where I sit here and I think, well, I still don't get it. This being one of them. I actually don't get this. Do you know what? I know for a fact that my mum's name is going to come up on that screen. As soon as that price is in, she'll be there. She'll be there. Unbelievable. Okay, so, okay then, Liam, let's take them to £5 each. Yeah, that's an incredible deal, isn't it? So let's go, 160-ish pounds. Yeah, there's about 40. Is it really? I'm so good at maths, aren't I? About £200. That's exactly what I meant to say. Around £200, yeah? £21.95. Now, did I say, right, if we just go with 40, I know I counted 40 something. How much is that per cabochon? About 50 pence-ish, 60 pence-ish. Oh my, 55 pence. 55. If you had, imagine if you had these on your craft stall at 55 pence each, people probably wouldn't even think they were genuine gemstones, would they? No, look at the size of this. 55 pence. Liam, you are having a laugh. That's incredible. £21.95, honouring the launch price. That is unbelievable. Half of the stock has gone. Angela in Hampshire, well done to you. Angela in Greater London, Karen in Lancashire, Sharon in Essex, Helen in Cheshire, Joan, Hazel, Casey, Paul, Anne-Marie, Anonymous, Charmaine, Dawn, Christine in the West Midlands. Congratulations. Kimberly in Durham, Angela, well done to you. Rachel, Anonymous, Kirsty, Susan. I wouldn't hang about if you've got these in your baskets. These are going to sell out, aren't they? This carat weight, this price tag. In fact, Liam, can you let me know if there's any left? Because I'm definitely getting these. How could... Even... No, Laura, realistically, if you didn't do any work with these at all and you just wanted to resell the cabochons, what kind of price tag would you pop on these?
Probably about £1.50 to £2, depends on the size of them, if you were getting slightly smaller ones.
Yeah.
And I'm basing that on when you go to like... you can go to mineral shops or gemstone shops and they have the tumble stones, and they are literally that, tumble stones. Yeah. And they're a minimum of 60p to £1.50, and they're just like a tiny little, they're barely that big, they're tiny, and they're not shaped as a cabochon.
You see, a couple of pounds people are going to be multi-buying, aren't they? You know, at £2 each, £3 each, I'd probably pick 5 or 10 of these actually, and then take them home and make some jewellery. That price tag is unbelievable, absolutely incredible. One of the best value deals I think I've ever seen here at JewelleryMaker. That is just bonkers. Pennies for a huge carat weight of gemstone. That is just incredible. Sally in Paris, good afternoon. Angela in Surrey, Rachel in New York, and Kirsty in Australia. From one side of the world to the other. Unbelievable, isn't it? Shipping to 21 countries now. A message, we've got a little message. Let's have a little look-see. Stephanie in Dorset says, hey all, great thing about wet days, I can't do anything in the garden. It's a wonderful excuse to watch JewelleryMaker without feeling guilty. Yeah! Stevie in wet windy Dorset. Do you know what? It's not a good day across the UK today, is it? It's really not barbecue day. Not a barbecue. Duvet day. Yes! Do you know what? Yeah, exactly. Director Paul's just saying he loves this weather when you've got nothing to do. Stay in your gym jams, just watch the wind, watch the rain, and watch JewelleryMaker. Yes. Put the fire on, yeah. It's June! Well, it's May, but you know. But I tell you, we joke, but I've had the heating on. Yeah. Ooh. That's all right, Liam. Liam just said I can't speak. That makes 2 of us, Liam. What a great team we are. Have a look. 4 double strands you've got here. Look at these. Fab. Do you know what? I love nuggets for cluster earrings. It was Linda a couple of weeks ago made some fire opal earrings from the nuggets, and they were beautiful. If you graduate your colour in there as well, they look stunning. They really do. The labradorite is just phenomenal. The quality of this as well. You know, maybe you think nuggets, maybe not going to get the quality. You definitely do. Definitely do. The blues coming through, those coppery hues, those greens, the labradorescence is magnificent. You have 150 carats of apatite there. You've got 200 carats of your labradorite. You have 240 carats of your black tourmaline and 250 carats of your clear quartz small nuggets. Nuggets for me are just one of those fabulous additions to your stash. There's something that you can have there, something, you know, when you look at a design sometimes you think, I just need something, I just want to change something that's just missing a little something, and then you can just create a little cluster with your nuggets. I just love the fact that you can pick any you like, get a small bunch of tiny gemstones and make them look gorgeous. Now, I'm just going to show you the earrings that Linda made. The fire opal earrings, that were just stunning. They were, and I remember Linda saying, actually, it'd taken her a long time to do these, so for that reason, she was going to put the price up a little. Thank you, lovely. But this is just, I just love this look with nuggets. It really is fabulous. Such a summery look as well. Maxi dress. Look at these. Aren't they phenomenal? And that's just nuggets there. They look beautiful, don't they? There's a necklace here as well. Another example of what you can do with your nuggets, because they're just fabulous. Do you like working with the nuggets, Laura?
Yeah, I think they're lovely. Again, they're really good for creating textural pieces of work. They're also really good for creating things like the Tree of Lives. In fact, you're creating complete little trees, potted little trees, things like that. So you can make really lovely personal gifts with them.
Oh, I love them. I absolutely love them. You're gonna, in fact, there's 8 strands here, isn't there? Because they're double strands. They are big, and there is so much caratage here. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7, about 800 and something carats in total. Big carat weight. Now, should we show you where we should be? I don't want to look. £12.80. Come on, that's ridiculous. Already, that is an incredible price tag. Every strand, completely natural. Apatite. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to go on holiday. No, Liam. Liam says, how about we do £2 a strand? I said no, and he said it's happening. It's happening. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. I don't know what I've done there. I don't know how I've managed to do that, but I quite like that look. No idea, Liam. But I like it. Liam says, I didn't even mean to do it, so I don't know how I've done it, but look at that, even simply restranded. Doesn't that look fabulous? Ina, in Lanarkshire ×2, Jackie in Monmouthshire, Angela in Hampshire, £7.95. By the rules, that's like a strand for £6.95 and 3 for £1. Doesn't make any sense, I tell you. Doesn't make any sense at all. Do you know what? If I was just to simply restrand the apatite there, oh, look at that colour. Holiday. Oh, the Maldives, Mauritius, Barbados, tropical waters. £7.95, simply restranded. Yeah, I'd have to go with the £15 price tag there. Just for that alone at £7.95. Loads of you with these in your baskets. Just make sure you're confirming as soon as you can. They are good. Look at the labradorescence in that labrador. It's bonkers. Incredible. It's magical, isn't it? Hold those lines. Gorgeous. Okay. Righty-ho. Oh my gosh. Oh, please tell me we've got like 3-figure quantity. No. Oh my gosh, I love this strand. Look at this. Do you know what? I talk about fire opal a lot, and we hardly ever see it, do we? In fact, the last time I saw it was when Linda made these earrings with the nuggets. The quality of this strand is incredible. Now, we are very, very limited. Only 18 available. It's not enough, Liam. The quality is incredible. The colours in this gemstone, the rarity of this gemstone. How often have you seen it, Liam, do you think, in the last 6 months? Not very often. Not very often. You can't even think. He's trying to think now. Oh my gosh, look at those colours. Think of the most exotic sunset you've ever seen. Where were you? Paul said Dudley. Unbelievable. To be fair, there's some nice sunsets in the Midlands, Paul, at the right time of year. Lovely sunsets. Don't have to be anywhere exotic. Beautiful burnt oranges, gorgeous yellow hues. You've got beautiful burnt reds in there as well. That is just so exotic. Such a rarity to have fire opal. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've had this gemstone. In fact, I can only think of the nuggets in the last 3 months. 15 chances to get 15 carats of your fire opal. Every single gemstone here has been faceted to perfection as well to give you that extra luster within the gemstone. Look at the inner glow. You could separate these if you wanted to and match those colours up if you wanted to graduate the colours maybe. Oh my gosh, it is literally like a fire going on in some of these gemstones, hence the name Fire Opal. On one of our sister channels for a gemstone like this, collector's gemstone, oh yeah, high double figures. In fact, for this carat weight, 3 figures. 15 carats. Not today, and not here at JewelleryMaker. Oh! Liam obviously didn't do his research. No offence, Liam. £11.95. That is incredible. Liam says his lack of knowledge is it's for your benefit, really. He doesn't know what he's doing. 10 chances. 0800 644 655. Susan in Surrey, you've done it. Well done. Anonymous in Essex, done it in Glamorgan. Well done. Lynette in Bristol, Laurie in Aberdeenshire, Anonymous. There are tons of you with it. In fact, there's more of you with this in your basket than we have available quantity. Therefore, not all of you are going to do it. So you do need to be quick because some of you are going to miss out now. I've got Debbie, I've got Anonymous in Neath, I've got Nassim, Julie, Caroline. Ooh, you're checking out quickly on this one. 6 chances left. Hold those lines. You've got to be checking that out. Stunning, stunning strand. Gorgeous. I love that. Okay. Now, I did tell you it was all about stamping today. Oh, the kits. Do you know what? This is all new to me, the stamping. It's all new to me, the stamping, and wow, I have to say, this is like a whole new world. It's incredible. The pieces that I saw earlier on that Laura's created are so different. They are so on trend. It's the kind of thing that you would see your A-lister wearing at some kind of event. You know, when they're packed and they're in these glossy magazines. That's the kind of thing that they'd be wearing. You know, I started thinking of Kate Moss, Sienna Miller, you know, kind of boho chic designs. what you are getting here is fabulous, and we've got a lot to bring you today for your stamping. So if you're brand new, Laura's going to give us some demonstrations as well. So we can show you exactly what to do with all these bits. Now you have 100 carats of your rhodolite garnet. 100 carats. The colour is incredible. The shapes are beautiful. You have 100 carats of rhodolite garnet. Just looking at my list up there, and I can't find. Oh, there we go. 2 times 110 carats. That's 220 carats of your citrine there as well. Beautiful. You've got your bare copper sheet, approximately 6 by 6 inches. 0.5 millimetres in thickness there as well. You've got your matrix collection here, which is fabulous. Love this. I'm not going to take that out because it's going to take me too long. No, I'm like all fingers and thumbs. Your matrix collection there as well. Your copper macrame kit. You've got 16 pieces in there for your macrame. You've got your rose gold plated copper ribbon end in there. In fact, you've got quite a few of those in there, haven't you? 4, I think. A metre of your red colour ribbon at 3.8 centimetres. I love these ribbons. Love these. And you've got a metre of your golden colour ribbon there at 3.8 centimetres as well. You've got 15 metres of 0.25 millimetre gauge in your copper wire. And you've got 10 metres of your millimetre gauge copper coloured wire there as well. There is loads to work with here. If you've never done your stamping before, Laura's going to show you exactly what to do in just a little while. I've never done it before, but it looks incredible. This is when you can really, really start to personalise things. Laura, does stamping take a long time? Is it the kind of thing that you could maybe make a couple of designs and then send somebody off to do their shopping and then personalise something while they're away and then they can come back?
Yeah, as you know, I had a day to do this because I was stepping in for Debbie, and I've made 9 pieces, and that was with kids at home as well. So. Yeah, it's as long as you know. Yeah, as long as you know what you're going to say. I mean, especially if you know what you're going to put on there as well. It's literally going to take you as long as it takes to put the words on.
Wow, that's good. So it's quite quick to do then. So that's really good, because I love the personalisation with this whole stamping thing, and it does look really trendy. And actually, I can speak about it now. I couldn't speak about it before I went on holiday. But before I went on holiday, when we were looking at wedding rings, we actually found quite a lot of them on a particular website that were stamped with kind of like a Roman numeral design with the date. They were really trendy. They were really, really cool, and we really liked them, but we couldn't get it in time. But that's something you could do, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, I've got some stamped rings that I've stamped, you know, a word and a date on, which means something to you, so you can really personalise them.
I love that. And the thing is, it looks so good. It looks incredible. It really is that personal finishing touch, and it just looks so professional as well. So give it a go. If you haven't done it before, we're going to give you a little Laura's going to give you a little demonstration very, very soon on how to do this, but the looks that you can create are fantastic. You've got your gemstones to add to your stash here as well. 220 carats of your citrine there, and 100 carats of your rhodolite garnet there as well. So you've got big carat weight of your strands, beautiful, beautiful colours. You've got your matrix collection there as well, your macrame kit matrix collection there. 16 pieces in total. You've got your ribbon and you've got your wire there as well. There's absolutely tons and tons in this kit for you. 0800 644 655 QZGC37 is your code for this one. Should we show you where we should be? £43.05. Even that is an incredible deal. Before I came here with the Genuine Gemstone Company, if I'd seen a price tag, I'm going to say £50 for argument's sake, £50 for this carat weight of rhodolite garnet, I would not bat an eyelid. If this was restranded into a necklace, 100 carats of rhodolite garnet, £50 or more, I wouldn't bat an eyelid. It's genuine gemstones that we're looking at here. They are, and your garnet, it's completely natural, 100% natural. And that's just your rhodolite garnet. You've got 220 carats of citrine there as well. You've got beautiful copper coloured wire, which is really, really popular at the moment as well, especially for lots of you doing your steampunk jewellery. It really is fabulous. Get this home. Do you know what? You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. 30-day money-back guarantee. It doesn't start from today. It starts from the day that you get this delivered to your door. Then you've got 30 days to think about it. You're not going to need 30 days. In fact, I'm not going to need 30 seconds. I'm doing this. I need to give this a go. It's so good. Should we go down? Let's drop it like it's hot. 0800 644 655. $26.95. Now, I've seen Laura's pieces, and I'm telling you now that the price tag on just one of those pieces has to be more than that price tag for the work that's gone into them, the personalisation there as well. They are stunning. They really, really are. Get involved on the phone lines today or on the website at www.JewelleryMaker.com. I love this vintage look as well, with your copper there as well. That'd be great for your steampunk as well, wouldn't it? 6 by 6 inches, 0.5 millimetres in your thickness there. That's actually going to go a long way, isn't it, Laura?
Yeah, I've literally used that. I've still got that left.
Wow.
And I've still got a piece that I've got a usable piece that I've prepared for something that I didn't know what I was going to do just yet. And that's got my mistakes on it as well. That counts for my mistakes.
Wow.
So, and I've made like 9 pieces.
Long, long way, hasn't it? I just love the look that this stamping creates. And we've got lots of tools coming up for you as well that you can add to your order today to help you along your stamping journey. I love the ribbon. Let's go over. Let's go and have a look at some of Laura's pieces. I've already dipped the earrings. They're gorgeous. I think it says always and forever on there, doesn't it?
Always forever.
They're beautiful. And I love the bracelet, the cuff with the ribbon as well. Look at these. I didn't see that ring upstairs.
Oh, I just made it.
Oh, you've just done it?
Well, I already had the blank, so I thought I'm just going to make something with it quickly. So, I just quickly made it onto a ring.
Oh, look at this. World's best dad. My dad plays the guitar, actually. I can take the hand for my dad.
Yeah, my husband plays guitar. And for his first Father's Day with both my children, I got him a silver, and I got it off of a website, stamped with "To Daddy Love Kayla" or whatever. So that's what inspired me for that.
I love that. They just look incredible. I love these rings as well. And I'm just looking at these as well. They are quite unisex, aren't they? Because of the copper colour, I think, as well. They're quite unisex.
They're a little bit large. They go on your middle finger. I slightly oversized them a little bit, not on purpose, but yeah. So you've got one that says "live" and then one that says "love," and around the side of that one it says 150101, which is
your anniversary.
Yeah, so it's our unofficial anniversary. So you can wear them together or you can wear them individually. So it's just again, it's keeping that personal touch on it, really.
I love them. They're just gorgeous. They really, really are. I love these. Look at the gemstones on here as well. So every moment matters. I love that too. That's the thing. You put anything you want on there, couldn't you? Absolutely anything you want. So if you wanted to personalise a design, maybe it might be something that means something to your customer. You know, it could be an old saying from a grandparent, your parents, or whatever. It might be just to simply wish somebody good luck or a bit of hope, a bit of love. I love the idea behind this. They're just incredible. They just look fab as well, Laura. They really do. They look high end. They look so. It's like vintage glamour, I suppose, isn't it?
And they're comfortable and they're easy to make. It's so easy. For me, this is my first time I've actually been able to say. I've made 2 pieces before, pretty much, and I'm wearing them. And they were quick dabbles whilst I had the time. Okay. This was nice to be able to sit down and actually create some pieces. I mean, I haven't done, I've literally had a day. Yeah. But I really enjoyed doing what I did, and it just makes me want to go home and do more.
I just love them. I just absolutely love them. And you say it doesn't take that long to stamp them and stuff.
No, it doesn't. The time is taken cutting the metal and making it sure it's comfortable, making sure there's no... Yeah, it's a bit large. I slightly over, but by then I'd already put the ends on and I only had 1 pair, so... just something like that. I had that beautiful wide ribbon, but you lose the time. Not lose time, but your time is spent filing and making that metal nice and smooth and comfortable. So if you were to make it personalised, if you prepared your pieces,
that's a good idea.
Then when you turn up, so if you did want to do it, say on a craft store, you could actually do it there and then in front of them and say, right, how do I spell that? Brilliant. Write it down. Make sure people write it down, because then the spelling errors there are on them and not you. And say, come back in 5 minutes, or you could literally do it there and then in front of them and say, there you go.
Oh, I love that. It's such a great idea, isn't it, to personalise something. I just love the stamping. Loads of kits coming up for you as well. To help you along your way, because there's lots of things you can do. It's not just the letters, it's all the texturing and stuff like that as well, isn't it?
As I've said before, people know that I'm having a studio built, so all of my stuff at the moment, it's really cool. We're having an extension built on our house.
Look at you!
It's just my husband's just any excuse to get rid of all my jewellery stuff, I think, because it's all over the front room and everything. Yeah. So anyway, all my stuff is in boxes in our conservatory.
Yeah.
So I haven't had access to all of my tools.
Right.
And I have got the textured hammer with the 9 faces. I found the faces, but I can't find the hammer.
Oh.
So, you know, I've kept mine very simple with just literally using a standard hammer. But if you've got the texture hammers or anything like that, you can really go to town with it.
That's brilliant. I love that. There's so much you can do with these as well. How long is it going to be till your studio's finished then? Long time.
About 6 weeks. We're about halfway through. We're going to have a nice new bedroom, and my husband's going to get a man cave, so he's super happy.
It's always good to have a man cave.
Yeah, as long as he's got his man cave, he's happy with his guitars. So, yeah,
that's lovely. Can we see some pics when it's done?
Yeah.
I love that. Your own studio. That's cool. Yeah. Get involved today. There's loads coming up for you. As I said before, it's not. I could do it.
You could do it. In fact, you will do it.
It just looks quite easy to do. You know, if you're just starting out. Well, in fact, Laura, what would you say to anybody that's maybe thinking, oh, I'm not sure, it looks a bit.
Literally, this is the second time I've used it. I've literally dabbled. I've never stamped on it properly. Oh, I did one stamp in ring.
Yeah.
This is my first proper sitting down and having a go at doing it properly. So if I can do this, you know, with 2 kids running around and 2 dogs trying to get a cuddle, I think that as long as you're willing to have a go, it is easy. It's just your imagination, really, what you want to do with it.
I can't believe that's only the second time, really, that you've had a go.
To be fair, it's the first time I've sat down and focused on it. It's my first time of going, right, okay, I'm going to do something with metal sheet today, rather than just going, I'm just going to try and cut and having no direction. And you know, I've got some of my mistakes as well.
Yeah.
I've actually kept them because I wanted to show people that, you know, I've made mistakes and I wanted to show my mistakes and how you can kind of overcome them. So, you know, you will make the odd little mistake, but I mean, I've still got that left.
Yeah.
And I've just used my tin snip, so I haven't used anything like you've got. We did a saw, so you could get more sort of curved shapes and control pieces better. I mean, I've literally got the snips. So I've done all of this with just snips, hammer, and stamps, and that's it.
Wow, incredible. Oh, did I just hear that right? Liam said he's going to lower the price. Now, don't worry, if you've already checked out, nobody plays any more than anybody else. So if you've already checked out, don't worry. You will only ever pay the final low closing price tag. That is fabulous news, Liam. Honestly, he's gone bonkers. Florence in Newport, you've checked out. Well done. Janet, Linda, Raymond and Joanne in Devon, you've checked out already. Congratulations to you. Loads of you with these in baskets. Now is the time to check out. If our Liam's going lower, I tell you, uh-oh, he's going down. He's going down to bargain down. I love this ring. $24.95. Should not have done that, but we have, so incredible. He's like, well, nice round numbers. What kind of an excuse is that? It's not a very good one, is it? I love this, look at this. Laura, you just said you literally just made this one.
Yeah, because I'd made the blank, and I was originally I was going to put it on a necklace and have a little tassel of stones. I just didn't have the time to do it. So we've got these really cool flat head pins. I just found them down in our stash, and they make me think of like little bolts. So you know, it gives that kind of like it's been riveted look. It hasn't. It's just been attached with head pins.
Stick, isn't it?
But it just gives that effect, doesn't it? And I've just used a pen to go over that and just to really make that stamping come out and really be apparent. But you know, I really did love this kit. I just think it's gorgeous. I always buy the copper sheet kits when I get them. I've got a box dedicated to my metal. It's filled up because I haven't had time to actually do anything. But I absolutely, and whenever I see it on, I get it because I just know there's so much you can do with it.
Yeah. So what are you going to demo for us then?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you a few simple little things of how to sort of cut the wire, the sheet, how to just polish it up and to start.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is a little bit of a stamp and maybe make a little ring or a little cuff or something. So, you know, it's one of those, I mean, if anyone's got any questions and they want to message in, or if they've got any ideas of what I can stamp on a ring, maybe.
Yeah, if you've got any ideas, 60777. Start your message with the word JM Studios. Anything you'd like to see Laura doing while she's stamping, then just send us in a message and let us know. We're going to get interactive today. We're going to have a bit of a Q&A later on as well. Yeah. So that'd be great if you send in any messages, and by the time Laura's got there, hopefully we'll know what to stamp on.
Okay, so basically I've got a few little things. When you're going to do this, you need to have a few you need to have it all ready around you, so that you know you haven't got to keep getting up and getting pieces. So I have actually got the disc cutter, which I believe was sold this morning. So I've used that to make the little earring blanks, to make the little ring blank, and just to make these little discs. You know, so that's really handy to have. And I've got the hole punchers as well, which again are super handy because you can just punch your hole straight into the metal. You haven't got to worry, because you can use your Dremel if you don't have one of these. You know, we sell the Dremel. You can use that. The downside is when the battery runs out, and if you're impatient like me and you're waiting for that battery to charge and you can't make what you want to do, it's really annoying. So to have this is really, really helpful. I've got masking tape, I've got my hammer, I've got some files. So, you know, have all of these ready. And what I did was I actually put a little shout out to the guest designers, because I know there's quite a few guest designers that work with this as an actual medium. And I was given a few little tips from them. So, you know, everybody has to get tips from everybody.
Of course.
And Debbie Bolford actually gave me the best tip, I love her for it, was how to actually polish this before you even start working with it. And I will show that the bracelet I've got on now, first of all, I am going green from it. Which is fine, that happens with copper. I didn't prepare this piece of copper. And so it's darker straight away, and it's making me go green quicker. Now I actually wore one of the cuffs out yesterday and one of the rings, obviously to test that they were durable, you know. And they were fine. But I didn't go green with them because I prepared them properly. So the tip that Debbie gave me, I will show you, but it's basically to use sandpaper to clean it up, and to use steel wool, fine steel wool. You can buy this in any can't say the word now, that's just in my mind. In any shop, help me out.
Any hardcore wool shop.
Any hardware. Hardware store. That's where it was going. It's just like literally, it's a reel of it. You can see mine over there. It's a massive reel of it. It's only a couple of pounds. And then you just cut it, so you can see it as a big box, and you just cut off what you need. And it would be quite good if you were to sell this and maybe give it as a gift. Maybe, I know it sounds a bit random, but cut little pieces, pop it in a bag, and give it with a little instruction to say,
that's a good idea.
if you want to polish your piece up, there's your little bit of the wool. So it's just preparing it to start off with, okay? So you can either prepare it, but I prepare it as I go. So I'm going to cut this. What I'm going to do is just cut a bangle shape. Now I'm only going to do quite a thin one. This is a perfect length for a cuff. So, well, for me anyway, I wear like about a 7.5 wrist, but you can obviously trim it if it's shorter. So I am just literally going to take my snips and go straight along, whatever depth you want it to be. It's just like nice and controlled. Okay, and so obviously I'm just going to bending that slightly so that I can get my snips in. And going along. Now, it does create sharp little shards if you know, if you do miscut it or anything like that, so do be careful. I have got a few cuts because I'm not the most organised in this kind of stuff. There, so it's quite a nice straight edge. So just here, I've got a couple of jagged bits, but I haven't got any shards, okay? So that should be fine, as long as I'm aware when I pick it up. But sometimes if I was to sort of I'll just show you, I know it sounds a bit obvious, but if you had that, little shard there, and you had that halfway down, and you didn't deal with that, you catch yourself on that, it's going to hurt. All right, so just be aware. So then obviously we need to tidy this up because it's a bit jagged. Now if you have got a saw or anything like that, you probably get a cleaner cut. But it's to show that you don't have to have all of these tools to be able to create pieces. So I'm going to these have safety locks on them, by the way, so just try to get into the habit of doing that. So we've got a couple of files that we sell here. We've got this one here. We've also got the sort of 10-piece set as well, like the little needle files. So any of these, and you're just going to file away. It's going to be really noisy now, sorry. Those sharp edges, all right? And you take your time with that, and you can, these little sharp edges on the corner here, again, if you just go over them. Now you can, if you wanted to, take your snips again and just slightly round them. Or you can just doing that. If you just feeling that to that side straight away, just that little bit of work has helped already, okay? So you would take your time to make sure, because this is going to be going on someone's wrist, you don't want any sharp edges, you want it to be comfortable. Okay, so I'm not going to do it now, but we would make sure that's nice. And you can see here, it helps if you can put something underneath.
Yeah.
Can you see I've got little shards that have just come off where I've been doing that. And again, if these fall on the floor and you stand on them, it's going to hurt. So just try to make sure that you've got something that you can catch it on. Okay, so then I'm going to take some sandpaper. Lovely Debbie Bulford let me have some of hers. I remembered my wall, but I forgot the sandpaper. Bit of a, you know. So, and all I'm going to do is just, this is quite a coarse one.
Yeah.
But if you just go over it, it's going to, it will also help with the edges as well. If you go over that. And then, obviously I'm doing this a bit quicker than I would. And then you polish up with the still. So if I can just hold that up for you to see the difference, and that's just been done super quick. Yeah. Now it has scratched it a little tiny bit, so that might be a little bit too thick. But if you didn't want that, I mean, it gives a bit of a nice texture.
I quite like that. It gives it lovely texture, doesn't it?
But if you didn't want that, all I did for all of these pieces, because I didn't have my sandpaper at the time, was I literally just went over it with the still wool, and just going over it with the still wool.
Gosh, look at the luster.
As you can see, it's just literally. I hold it up again for you to see. See how it's just literally shining. It's just bouncing off. So just doing that straight away, what a difference that makes. And that's that tiny little bit of still wool that's doing that, and it really cleans it up, and it gives you a nice surface to work on then. And I would say do it on both sides, so you can just clean it nicely. Okay. And then obviously turn it over. So you can see there's the front. I'll just show you that's the front, and then that's the back. Yeah. And that's quite a difference.
It is, isn't it?
And as I said, this is going to help with the going green side of things as well. It's not going to prevent it, because ultimately that's what copper does, is it's going to make you go green. So, well, it's not, but you can coat it. You can get just like a couple of products. Yeah. Protector Clear is like a spray, sorry, it's like a liquid and just rub it on, or Renaissance Wax. Yeah. Both of those will kind of coat it. But I was talking to Sammy Fletcher, and she said a lot of people actually don't want their copper coated. Oh, really? So she tends to now sell it bare, without any coating, because people like to use it for the medical reasons, which you know, so that's personal preference. So she keeps it uncoated, and then gives the option to coat it if you want to. So if you would sell it as it is.
That's a good idea.
But state that it's not coated. Should you want it coated, I can coat it for you. So you know, it's all little things that you can do when you're working with this. Okay, so that's just a quick. No, that's picked up the dirt again. So you can see there you've got a nice. That basically, if you filed all of that ready and formed it round, would be a blank cuff, and that's all you need to do. So I'm going to move that because it has got jagged edge. I'm going to go back to the little piece that I did earlier. Okay. I already had this prepped, and I got this out of the original kit, so I still got that one piece. Yeah. In my mind, I was thinking of doing a stay in here or around the edges, piercing some holes and doing some flowers in the middle. Put some holes in the edges here and do some drops, and the same now. You've got a pendant. Yeah. So. We'll go to the. If you want anything you want me to, any saying you want me to
Have we had any text messages in yet, Liam? Anything that you'd like Laura to stamp on the, think of a saying? Paul says something about a wedding day for me. Oh, thanks, Paul.
I'll do you a ring with a wedding day. Okay, so I've got that clear.
Paw prints in my heart. That's from Sarah in Suffolk.
Paw prints in my heart.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to want some masking tape. Okay, and that's just going to give you a guide as a ruler, but also keep your piece in place. So keeps it nice and sturdy, and then you'll be able to use this as a guide. Okay. Okay. So. If you're going to be doing something, like I say, make sure you've got enough space. That sounds obvious, but the reason that says, which one is it, this one? Every moment matters. Originally I was going to put everything happens for a reason, but clearly didn't allow myself enough space. So then I had to think of a different saying that, you know, I could fit onto it. So make sure that whatever you're going to say, you've got enough space to be able to get the words into. And work out how you're going to sort of word it. So what was it, paw prints in my heart?
Was it paw prints in my heart? Oh.
Yeah? Okay, so I know that I can put paw prints here.
Yeah.
In my heart, so
Okay,
I can work it out that I've got space in for it. Now I've got 3 sets of the stamps. I've got the capitals, the lowercase, and the numbers.
Right.
So I could start it. I could do it all in capitals, or I can mix it up. So what I'll probably do is do the first letter of each word.
Have we got these? I think we have, haven't we? Oh, we've got it in the Ariel and the Penguin. And the Penguin font we have, yeah.
Oh.
Is that coming in now? Have I got those over there?
Have you got them coming up?
Ah, a toolkit. Oh. Okay. Should we have a look? Oh my gosh, they're heavy, aren't they? I really didn't expect that. Okay. They are so heavy. Okay, how are they to work with, Laura? I bet they're quite nice,
Yeah,
actually,
they're lovely to
aren't
work with, yeah.
they? Okay. Whoa. Deluxe toolkit. Yikes, look at this. Oh my, literally, you've got everything you need here, haven't you, Laura?
So you've got some snips, so you can cut the metal. What's now? Your steel block.
You've got your steel block in there as well,
That's really cool.
That is literally, other than the wall you've used, everything you need, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're fab. I'm just going to take one of those out so you can see the letters on the end there as well. Liam said he's never seen this before. Have we seen this before here at JewelleryMaker? It has been on before, but Liam's not seen it. Wow, so you've got literally everything you need here. You've got all your letters, you've got your numbers there as well. You've got your snips, you've got your hammer, and you've got your steel block there as well. Liam didn't even know. You sound like you're really shocked, Liam. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? I can't get that back in there. So this is really, really handy for you to have for your stamping. If you're just starting out and you've got the kit as well, you're going to need this, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's an essential part, and this is a great way to start as well. It really, really is. Maybe you know somebody that does jewellery making as well, but they've not yet started stamping. I don't think my mum started stamping yet. Maybe you'd like to buy this from one of your friends, somebody in your family maybe. It's a great gift idea, isn't it? Come in for the kit, come in for this as well. Deluxe metal stamping kit, FZGX97. I like the carry cases as well, they're really handy. They're going to fit in the craft bag lovely as well if you've got one of our craft bags. You know, when you go out maybe to your craft fair and you're going to do some work while you're there, you've got some work in progress maybe you've got a commute to work or something and you'd like to take that with you, that's going to fit in the craft bag. In fact, that'd fit in my handbag, to be fair. But it is really, really handy. And I know so many of you at home as well, when it comes to tools and stuff like that, you've got quite a few. Because you need one for your workshop, you need one for when you're on the move and all that kind of thing. So some of you might come in, and I'm guessing as well, you know, it would be handy to have more than one of these letters, just in case, you never know.
You lose that one letter,
Yeah,
it's always that A or something, that most important letter that you need.
One of the vowels.
Yeah.
0800 644 655. Already loads of you popping this in your basket. The deluxe metal stamping toolkit. You're gonna need this. It's an essential part if you're gonna start stamping. Come in for the kit. Get this as well. Use your 30-day money-back guarantee. Give it a go. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. You could create the most incredible pieces, even if it's not a business for you, and it's just a hobby. Imagine the pieces you could create for birthdays, for Christmases, for anniversaries. To be able to personalise everything, I think is incredible. It's a really special gift, isn't it, when something's personalised? I love that.
Most definitely.
Very thoughtful. Well done, Anonymous in Somerset. Susan, Helen, Deborah, you've got yours. Let's take this down as low as we can go for you. Loads of you with this in your basket as well. £27.95. Now, you know, made of steel, this is very durable. It's gonna last you, isn't it? £27.95. It's gonna last a lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant to have that there. Plus you've got your snips as well, so I mean you've got the snips ready for you, you've got a hammer, you've got a block, and you could keep that specifically for your stamping. So, you know, I mean, I've got a couple of steel blocks because when you're texturing it, you can actually sometimes go through. So it was quite nice to have your very own personal, that's not my stamping, that is my stamping set there, and I haven't got to worry, it's all together. You know, it's not like me, like I've got 3 cases, I've got my I've got everything everywhere. I can literally just go, right, I'm good to go.
Imagine your workshop. Imagine. I don't think it's going to be tidy, is it? No.
You know what you're trying to say?
Probably not. It will be.
No, it's not.
Tidy workshop, tidy mind.
Yeah, but I don't have a tidy mind.
Florence in Newport, Anonymous, Pauline, you're there as well. £27.95. Make sure you're checking that. Get the kit as well. Incredible. incredible. Sorry, Laura, would you like to start now with your stamping?
that's
I've
fine.
forgotten what the saying was already.
Paw prints in my heart.
in my heart, that was it, wasn't
Okay,
it?
so just go make sure it's all nice and straight. Now, to me, it doesn't matter if it goes a little bit, you know, uneven, because it adds to that character of it. On this one here, I actually was going nice and straight until my husband said something to me, and then there's a T that just went slightly lower because I lost concentration. So, but I think it just adds that little bit of organicness to it, really. Okay, so I'm just going to select the letter. So for me, I'm going to do the first letter in a capital, and I'll just do the rest in lowercase. If I move that out of the way. So I've got my capital letter here. Now, obviously, it's a matter of check the letters and check you've got them the right way around. I know this sounds really obvious, but there are some, like an S, that's a little bit like you're like,
when you look at
how is it going to go? So, if you've got a spare little piece, like your scrap metal or something, or for me, where I had a couple of my mistakes, I had one here where it didn't pierce very well, or it didn't cut very well. So I actually used that as to test my letters. And then I knew I had them the right way. And then I also, every time I got to that S again, I always went back to that one just to check that that's how it goes through. So it's just a little tip, if you've got a little scrap piece of metal, just have it to one side. Okay, so I'm just going to place it, and then you can just place it against here. And I'm just literally using the masking tape as a ruler. So you take your hammer. Now with these, you do literally just have to do one sharp hit. Okay, I always get nervous doing the first one. I'm like, it's like really, once you get into it, you're fine, but I always get really nervous. So I'm literally holding it nice and steady. And that's your first letter. So if I turn that around and hold it up for you, you can see that there.
That's perfect, isn't it?
Now what can happen is if you do, because again, I was a little bit insecure on my first one, so I thought I'll just hit it again just to be sure. And what happens if you do that, and I'll show you on this one, is if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but can you see that dent around it, that circle? That's because I hit it too hard.
Too heavy-handed.
And so what happened is there's a tiny little circle around it.
You get that
as well. That imprinted in as well. So you literally do just one hit, that's all you need to do. Okay. Like I said, I make these mistakes for you. Okay, so now I'm just going to go to mine.
While you just get the next one ready, lovely Laura, is it the uppercase ones? The uppercase, yes. We're going to bring in the price for the uppercase ones. You're going to need both, aren't you? I love these. They're such a fab tool. Let's take them down as low as we can then, Liam. Lovely Liam. Oh, yes. £9. See, you could get a few, couldn't you? At that price tag, you could get a few just in case. Just in case. See what I did there? Sorry. £9.95. L800 6444 655 TOGX 96 is your code for this one. A message from Rosemary in Hampshire. Put a spot of enamel paint on the side facing you, and it will always be correct.
Thank you.
There
see?
we go.
I was thinking if there's
tip.
a way of marking it so that I could see it. So that's made. See, thank you.
Someone else has suggested nail polish as well.
Brilliant. See, that's what it's about. Everybody sort of giving everybody tips.
Yeah, exactly. Anthony in Lancashire says, I started stamping after watching JM. I recently got permission from a famous author to do an unofficial collection based on his quotes.
Yeah, and that's actually a very valid point.
Gosh.
Andrew, thank you for that, because you do have to be careful of the quotes you take.
Yeah.
So obviously, some are copyrighted.
Yes, of
so
course.
you do have to be careful. Try and take unquoted ones.
Yeah.
Or give credits. A lot of time, if I googled some images, and there's some that like this, say, for example, and then at the bottom it just quotes the author's name, so that you've quoted who it is. But you do have to be careful with the copyright as to the quotes that you say.
Okay, that's a good point.
But yeah, no, that was good. That helped with that.
Very good point. And I like that enamel and polish idea.
Yeah,
Why didn't we think of that? The lowercase as well for you. Exactly the same price, £9.95. Get them both. OBGX 35 for your lowercase as well. Fab. Right, sorry, Laura.
No, it's fine. So, like I said, I'm going to do capital for the beginning of each letter. So again, just checking, and I'm just going to go along. And again, it's just so you do. Oops. And I do put them straight back into the place.
Oh, can you imagine?
This is actually really organised for me, because people know I don't do this, but I'm like, right, put it back, because otherwise I will. Otherwise you spend ages looking for the right letter again. So again, just going to line that up, make sure it's nice and straight when you're doing that. So pop that back.
The force behind that hammer.
See, I'm not hitting it too hard though, you know, because I don't want that circle to show. So I am literally one quick sort of hint. Again, making sure you've got it the right way around. This is where you've got to look at your words as well, so you don't want it to go too far over. I'm not going to do the whole set. Well, I can. Oops, that's a J. So again, double check every time. Check it, because you can easily pick the wrong one out. Sounds obvious. So I probably misjudged this big word. And where's that in? Oops, that's an L. I think you'd know your alphabet with 2 children chanting it all the time, wouldn't you? So you can see just how it's picking up. Now what I'm trying to do is, I should have started mine over a little bit further, but that's just my mistake. I should have taken into account. And what you can do is write the word, or write it on here so you can get an idea. But
you could always, I suppose you could, if you measure the circle as well. And you could always measure the piece of copper that you're stamping on. And then just give yourself a marker, perhaps, where to put the first letter, so you know it's going to fit in.
Because I started off too far. I should have known, because it is a big word, and I could have rotated it around the other way. But you can see just that says paw print. There is an S. Put an S on. This is going to be a bit close to the edge. That's my mistake, though. So you can get it in over there. But what I could do is I could cut this. To make it look a little bit more like it wasn't so obvious.
We've got a question from Karen in Avon. Says, hi, lovely. The show, Laura. Oh my gosh, can you read that to me? I didn't bring my specs. Loving the show. How much of a gap do you need between each letter? Thank you.
Okay. Let me just. So I'll do another one. So a lot of this is done by eye. So I'm going to do paw prints in the heart. In my heart, was it?
In my heart.
In my heart. So I might do in my hair. So just repositioned the piece, re-secured it with the masking tape. So I'm going to do in my hair. So I'm going to do the first letter, and then my N. This is because I didn't tidy. So I literally go by eye. So I look at it, and I can just see. I can't really see with my hand now, can you? But by looking at it, I can just give a tiny, probably what is that, about ½ of a centimetre, if that? ½ of a centimetre next to the letter. So the edge of my stamp. So if I can turn that to the side for you to maybe see from that angle, I've literally got. There's a tiny gap, and the edge of my stamp is there. So I know there's going to be a bit of a gap between my. So it's about ½ of a centimetre. Okay. So if I hammered that.
Oh, we've got an answer from Debbie Kershaw.
Oh, bless her.
Debbie says, hi guys, always stamp the middle letter of the word first to help with spacing. Jewel looks gorgeous, from our Debbie Kershaw. Hope you feel better, Debbie.
Yeah, I feel better
for that.
Yeah, see, but this is part of what I said, I'm honest about it. You know, I'm still learning. I've done one day's, you know, of work. So thank you, Debbie.
But sometimes I think that's even better for the viewer to see. So then if you see us making mistakes, it brings things to mind that you might not necessarily think of. And then we get answers from lovely Debbie Kershaw.
See, I watch, whenever Debbie's on doing this, I watch it because I can learn so much from her as well. So you can see that you're just getting that. And I'm just going to go for, where's the Y? Y. Okay. So you can see how you can... So in my, so that's much better spaced out because I actually thought about it a little bit more. But I would probably, if I was going to be doing this, I would probably just trim that and then refile it so it wouldn't look so sort of off. But obviously I was going a little bit closer to my letters there as well. So this bit, this line is a lot better. And then you just move it down, and I'll just quickly do heart, just very quickly, and we'll show just how you can then make this really come out as well. So I'll just find that capital H.
Have a little practice as well, you know,
Yeah.
before you get started, just have a little practice.
Yeah.
It's probably the best, just to get used to it. And as you say, you do it all by eye when you're looking down, so to get used to it yourself, perhaps just have a little go first.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not known for being organised with this type of thing. I mean, I don't do things like macrame or anything like that because it's too structured for me. So if someone tells me you have to have a guideline, I sort of rebel against it a little bit. So this is, you know, like Debbie said, there's a much more easier way of doing it. So I'm just going to go next to it. And then we'll show how we can... See, it does make it a lot better if you take the time to put them back. Because I've got to tidy all that up now. R. And then T, which I've got now. This is why you should be more organised. Oh, here we go. It's got to be one of you. No, yeah, there you are. And then just there, okay. So there, paw prints in my heart. So you can see that there. And again, you can remove that and it's fine. So if I hold it up, so you'll see. So ignore my paw prints because that was a little bit wrong. But you can still see it says what you want it to say.
Yeah.
Okay, but the second two lines are a lot neater because I took a little bit more care with the words on it. Now what can happen is it's going to fold up slightly. So what I would do, if I place that down there, you can see how it's slightly out of shape. So I would just take my hammer and I'm just lightly flattening it. I'm not texturing, I'm not really hitting it, I just want to flatten it again. Okay, so that's just settled that back down now. So to actually colour it, and so you can use alcohol inks.
Right.
We do a patina product as well, like a little, I don't know what it is, I've got them down there somewhere, but you can put them on, or you can just use a pen.
Yeah.
And this is just a black marker pen. And I'm just going to go over. I quite like it when you just colour it in black as well. I quite like, you know, when you get that, it makes me think of that kind of effect. It just looks quite cool as well.
And we've got another suggestion from Samantha. She says, hi all, I mark my words out on the tape with a fine pen and simply line the stamps with the mark on your tape. From Samantha in Larne, in Ireland.
Brilliant.
That's a good idea, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, thank you.
See, that's great to help each other out with handy little tips, especially if you're new to it as well.
Well, this is it. And I mean, I haven't had time to sort of, I've bought the DVD, I didn't have time to watch it, so I expect if I'd have watched it, I probably would have learned all this.
We've got the DVD, haven't we? Let's have a look. We've got the stamping DVD. Yeah, this is great. Help you all along. And this is your own copy, I think, isn't it, Laura?
It is, yeah. But I still haven't watched it, just because, again, I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
But I buy these things because when I bought all of this kit initially, I got the DVD because I thought I'm going to need it.
Exactly. It's so useful to have, isn't it? So useful to have. Get it home. You know where we're going on this one. DVDs are just such a great addition to have at home, to help you along. Once you've used it, you can pass it on to your friends as well. Introduction to Stamping DVD, XWTY17 is your code for this one, 0800 644 655. You literally have everything you need today. And our lovely Laura Binding's help. £4.95. Add it to your order, get it home. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It definitely would say it because, you know, as I said, that is mine.
Yeah.
You know, we buy DVDs, we all watch each other's DVDs just because it helps, you know, it's not a medium I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
So to have that there for you, it's just essential.
It's fab, isn't it? You've got an introduction on there. You've got basic stamping and spacing. You've got stamping metal blanks, stamping multiple words, stamping bangles, and stamping polymer clay as well, which a lot of you do as well. So again, you know, it's not just for this, but for your polymer clay as well. It's brilliant. £4.95. It's easy, isn't it? Easy to get involved today, and so easy to get started when you've got all this help as well. XWTY17, £4.95 for you. A couple of you there with that in your basket. Keep adding to your board, it's fab.
Okay, so I've just coloured this in, and now what I want to do is actually just to take it off. So I'm going to just use my steel wool again. I'm just going to literally, it rubs off. Another thing you could do is patina the piece.
Yeah.
If you patinaed it, you would then, it would instantly go darker in your writing, and then you can buff it up, and then you can get, if you patinaed it, you're going to get that more sort of darker mixture of colours as well, because you can keep it plain, but you can, the patina will sit in any texture you may have created as well. So literally, if I just polish that up, so you can see there. So that's really sort of standing out now, and you can really see that now. So you can see how simple that is, and as I said, if you get the DVD, you'll probably get a little bit more. It will tell you the real correct way to do it, you know, but it is practice, because you can see that first line not too good, but the second two is absolutely fine. It's just about finding your natural style.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that one, how you would do that. And then again, if you wanted to texture it, add a bit of texture in. Now I'm just literally using the rounded side to my hammer, and you can literally just sort of create some texture on the outside. Now what happens, you have to be a bit careful. If you hit the edge, what we'll do is you'll splay the metal out, and then it will start to sort of, again, just kind of round out. So if I just do it on purpose to show you, I won't do it now, I want it to. But you can see how it's kind of bubbling out. If I show it from the edge, you'll see how it was all nice and straight, but it's gone a little bit more bumpy now. So what I would do after is I would go back over with my file and just take away, there's not any sharp edges as such, but I would just tidy it up. But you can just go around the edges however much you want to. I never get a chance to be properly noisy.
You will in your workshop.
Oh, I can't wait. It's right on the corner of the street though, so I'm going to get some real dodgy looks. Pass it by, walking past like banging, bashing. Okay, so I've just gone around the whole edge of that, just to give a bit of texture. And again, you can keep it like that so it's just textured, okay, or, you know, it catches the light. Again, I would turn it over and just quickly, flat side, flatten it. But then what you could do, if you wanted to just add that bit of texture, is just take your pen again. I don't know if Liam's going to be happy. I've made his pen all pretty, look. Sorry.
He said he doesn't mind. Quite likes it actually, don't you, Liam?
Little decoration. I'm just going over just quickly, just to kind of go over those indentations. And then just go back over again and take that off. And then that's just going to, I'll probably let it go a little bit so it settles a little bit more. But it just gives a little bit more highlight to the pieces. So we just do it like that.
Oh yeah.
So you can see how it's just kind of
shows off the texture a bit more.
Yeah, just gives it, so it just makes it pop out a little bit more, and it doesn't make it obvious that you've done that. It just highlights it a bit. Okay, and then you can just tidy that up. As I said, you can use alcohol inks, and you can use the patina pieces that we've got. But so that would be your piece. And that would be like, you could actually make a cute little bookmark or something out of that.
Yeah, it doesn't just have to be jewellery, does it? It can be lots of keepsakes. Can we do the ring as well? Or
we can, yeah. Okay, so with the ring, what I've done is I'm going to take my wire now. I keep calling it wire, I do apologise because I'm so used to using wire. What I'm going to do is cut a strip. Now I've already taken my bangle piece off, so it's not a complete square anymore, but that's fine. I'm going to go for the slightly shorter side because it's only going to be for a ring.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start from a nice uncut piece, so I've got a nice shape. I'm just going to cut slightly down into taper this down. Okay, so you've got it like that.
Okay.
All right. So again, I'm going to have a sharp edge there, so I'm going to want to get rid of that. If I've got a little sharp edge there, it's again just going over it and just getting rid of any edges that you can. Those snips would be fine that you've got in that kit as well. So for this, I'm just going to just take that, and you can round it then. I'm just going to file that edge because it's going to catch me.
You do need to be careful with that, don't you? It's quite sharp.
Yeah, you need to do that before you do anything, because as soon as you start working with this, it's going to catch you. And it is sharp. You can see I've had a few casualties. I had them with the second kit, and I'll explain why when we show you it. Yeah, I got stabbed. But it's all a little learning curve. I do it all for you. I'm just going to go and just file that, just to smooth it away a little bit. So it's not perfect, but it's just so I don't want to cut myself while I'm showing this. Okay, and again, you would just go over the edges and make sure there's no sharp corners. So I was saying to Liam what would be quite a cool ring, and I'm going to try and do it now, is if I can have the live one. So on this one, you've got the word here, live.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be really cool if you changed that to love, and then on the inside here, on that side there, you can put true. So that you've got a message inside and then your message outside. So it just looks like a cool ring from the outside, but it's, again, it's personal. So I'm going to just try and have a go at doing that. So I just don't want to... Okay, it's not perfect, but it's fine. So again, I'm going to tidy it up before I stamp onto it, because I want it all nice and clean.
And that what you do now, Laura, it takes a lot of the greenness away that you get from copper when you wear it.
Yeah, and you can see the difference between that and that when I prepped and when I didn't, because, to be honest, I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's only because, like I said, Debbie, she did it. I was like, really? I happened to have my still white. It was one I put in a don't get lost in the boxes bag. And I literally got it and I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. I love you, Debbie. Because you don't realise little tips.
It is a handy tip, to be honest. For those of you that don't, necessarily work with a lot of your precious metals and stuff like this, you wouldn't necessarily know, would you?
No, and it changes it so much. And to know that that's going to delay the going green process a little bit as well.
If you've ever been to New York, the Statue of Liberty is made of copper. And that's why it's green now.
Oh, I didn't know
just
that.
All the elements and the weathering and stuff,
Oh, I did not know that. Right, so it's just a bit so you can see it a bit neater. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stamp on this side here. So if I stamp, if I'm thinking of how it's going to go. So I'm going to have a word there, and then I'm going to want a little word just there. Okay. So if I put, I'm going to go for lowercase just because they're here. Again, use your tape to secure it. Bear in mind I'm doing this a bit quicker than you would be doing it, so I'm not going to take as much care as I could. I just don't want it to move. So the masking tape's really good for that as well, because it stops it from moving as well. It's going to be a bit wonky. I like that. I'm not organised, but little things like unstraight lines do bug me.
Very particular.
Okay, I'll just do that one more time. Just get it there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I would then just put my first word. So pop it there. Where's my hammer? T. R. Where's my R? Nope. Oh, I actually put it away. Who would have thought that? So R. Yeah. So I'm just going to do it like this, and then E. So you can just have that there. Okay, so then if you wanted to colour that, you could. Then I'm just going to put on this side here, so I've got to think of how it's going to go onto the ring. If I want that on the inside, like that, and then that to roll round, I'm going to want the words to go in that direction. So I'm just going to look at it like that. I'm just going to place it there. Nice and flat. So I'm going to find my L, which I've got out somewhere. There. So I'm going to want it to go backwards, aren't I? So if I want it to go into the tapered down bit, okay? Trust me to do it awkwardly. I couldn't have just done what I've been doing, could I? To do it different.
Because you're under pressure, Laura, we'll let you off.
It is. O. B, and then my E, which I know I got out. Found it. Trying to work out how it's going to go without going backwards.
Okay.
It's probably going to be a backwards E. I can't work that bit out. So we're just going to go with this. It's just an experiment anyway. It's a back to front E, but don't worry about that. So then, what you would do is just pop it on your ring mandrel, and just kind of the size that you want to go up a little bit, because they do, the sizings go quite large on these. So I'm just going to hook that so that I've got it here. And the good thing about these ring mandrels are that they're metal, which means that you can hammer onto them. So I can really get that shape nice and close. It's also sort of forming it as well. And then with a lot of pressure and just keeping that nice and straight, you can just roll it. And I'm really pushing down on the ring mandrel now, so I want it to really wrap around. Again, I'm going to just lightly hammer. Okay, and then that will just go around like that. And there's your ring, and you can go in with your snips if you want. I got my E the wrong way round, but I can't work out how to mirror that better. So that takes some thinking, but you can get that then, and you can see how that pretty much locks. And if you wanted that a little bit bigger, and then obviously if you wanted to file that down, then you could. But that's how simple those rings are. You can keep them plain. You can put wording on them, and what I would do is, I know that when you stamp, it's going to show on the back, so it indents onto the back like that. So I need to make sure, if you're going to try and do, that's the back obviously, so if you're going to try and do an internal, like a word on the inside, try to make sure that strip's going to go over that indentation. So from the front it still looks nice, but on the inside you've got the word true. You could just put a name on the inside and just have a plain strip going across. You know, so that's how simple it is.
Love that. And of course today Laura was against the clock as well, but I suppose if you're taking this to your craft fair, what you could always do is you could always prepare the entire sheet first, couldn't you, and then cut it and stuff afterwards as well, if you wanted
that's
to.
what I would do. I would have pre-made blanks, so even pre-made bangles, you could say, right, I've got a pre-made bangle. You would have to then form it, obviously, but if you had it pre-made at that length, then say you had because you've got little wrists, so you might say, well, I'm only a size, I wear 6-inch wrists or something, in which case you can cut it down there. That might take a little bit longer, so you might say, look, tell you what, go and have a shop, give me a half an hour and I can adjust this for you, or have a couple in different sizes, to have the 6, the 6.5, 7 and 7.5 cuff blanks. Idea. And then you can just put whatever you want. You're good to go then, aren't you?
We've got an idea. Samantha in County Antrim says, hi all, I mark all my words out on the tape with a fine pen, then, oh no, that's not the right one.
No, that
look
one,
at the other one. Debbie in Lancashire.
Basically about lining it with,
James Studio, hi Hannah and Laura. What about some felt on the inside of the bracelet for comfort, or even leather underneath, but with some showing? Hey, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? A bit of leather in there as well.
But that's, again, a valid point. What Debbie Bolford said, that she does that with hers. She actually uses fabric glue, simple fabric glue, lines the inside of the cuff, pops a layer of felt in it, because one way you've got that bangle there where I've sewn things onto it, that layer of felt will cover all your mechanics and secure it. So that's a brilliant
idea, isn't it? Brilliant idea. Those pieces are just gorgeous, Laura. I love those. Might get Laura to make me something before I go home. We've got loads more coming up for you. We've got another incredible kit, loads more strands and more wire, so don't go anywhere, because we'll be back with the second DI just in a few minutes' time.
Well, today on the Cabochon course with Sarah Elvin, I've been learning how to do different types of braiding. I've been learning how to do the bracelets, I've been doing square braids, round braids, how to put beads onto them and how to put findings on, as I didn't know how to do any of this before the course. I actually found the course through going onto the JewelleryMaker studio site and finding the tutorials and the workshops on the course, getting in touch with the studio and inquiring about the course. Before then, I didn't even know that the JewelleryMaker even existed. It has been a wonderful experience, as I have learned so much that I never even knew existed before today. It has been a wonderful experience. I would recommend anybody at all to come on this course, as it has opened my eyes to a whole new world.
Learn great techniques with this fantastic DVD, Extruder Edition 1. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford and presenter Ed McKay and start creating new, exciting and colourful pieces of polymer clay using the multifunctional extruder tool. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
I'm Sandra. I've been on Gemma Crow's structured wire work course, and I've learnt some amazing techniques. She showed me how to work hard and how to use wire working in the best way without hurting your joints, and how to manipulate the wire, hammer in, and made an amazing torque necklace, which I never thought I would be able to do. And I've learned so much, so many techniques. It's been an amazing day. I've thoroughly enjoyed everything.
Join guest designer Liz Welsh as she guides you through how to make beads using friendly plastic. Liz will teach you how to make an array of different shapes and patterns, including round beads, wrapped and tubular beads. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. So, to get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Welcome back to today's DI show. Loads of inspiration from lovely Laura Binding there. I tell you now, I'm getting this stamping kit. I'm doing this. It's so cool. I just love it. Having a look at some of the pieces on the break there as well. I want those earrings. They're coming home with me. And the DVD as well. Got to get the DVD to help me along my way with that as well. Brilliant. And even Laura just said, I'm sure that's my mum's name up there, Jan, in the city of Bristol. Bristol? Bristol. Bristol, even, yeah. Even Laura's mum's getting involved now as well.
Sure it is.
Loads more coming up for you. We've got another kit coming up for you in a little while's time. And loads more treats as well. How's your Sunday going? How's your Sunday? Having a roast when you go home, Laura?
No. No, his husband's got to spend the day with the kids. I expect by the time I get home there'll be wine. And
He'll have locked himself in a room somewhere. Yeah, probably. Oh, I'm having a little roasty when I go home. Oh, I love my Sunday roast, me. I love it. Have a look at these. These are gorgeous. Black Beauty. I love these. Your flat ovals here, your black shell, 18 by 13 millimetres, approximately 15 millimetres coins are there. They are gorgeous. Look at that beautiful pearlescence you've got there. Isn't that so? Look at those colours coming through. Gorgeous adulorescence. I just love those because you're seeing pinks, you're seeing greens coming through there. They are stunning. You've got your coins and you've got your overs there. I'm going to count these actually. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, approximately 25 of your coins there on that strand. They're stunning. These would make fabulous earrings, wouldn't they? Because with gemstones like this, it's all about the way that the light hits the gemstone for you to be able to see those colours coming through. So you've got some fabulous greens, you've got some gorgeous pinks. So you've got earrings in the ear as the light hits them. They'd look stunning, wouldn't they? They're so pretty. What would you do with these, Laura? Would you put anything with them?
Oh, I'd make a nice ring, I think, out
Would
of
you?
them.
Yeah. I quite like that idea.
Yeah, nice focal ring. And they'd also look really good if you just put them in a pendant. You could actually just have a couple and have a statement with drops of them.
Yeah.
You could use it as a pendant, like a wire woven pendant, a focal. Loads. They're really cool, and they're going to go with any colour as well.
They will, won't they? They're gorgeous. I love these. Should we show you shoulda, woulda, coulda? I think so. UI DC21, £11.90. That's for 2 strands. You don't have to choose one. You get both of them. 0800 644 655. We're going lower because it's Sunday. That's our excuse today. It's Sunday. We don't need excuses. All the way down. Buy one, get one free kind of deal. £6.95. Incredible bargain town. That's where we are today, and we're staying all day. In fact, not just till 5, till 9 o'clock tonight when the lovely Vicky Field joins you. £6.95. 0800 644 655. Simple earrings, rings. They'd look gorgeous, wouldn't they? What would you do, Laura? Would you just use a bit of wire to make the ring with this?
Yeah. I would literally just put a piece of wire through it, 0.8 if you can get 0.8 through it, and then just form the ring shank and then just have that attached.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, that's all you'd need to do. And you could even, because of the size of them, you could put a splash of wire across it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to take away any detail, just give it a little bit more sort of interest.
They're stunning, they are fab, aren't they? Maybe your coins as rings, and then you could use your ovals there as the earrings. Perfect drops they are. I love those colours. That iridescence is fabulous. Gorgeous pinks, purples in there, blues in there as well. They're stunning. Got loads of you on the phone lines and on the web today. Elizabeth in Greater London, well done. Wendy in Lancashire, Anonymous in Essex, Anonymous in Greater London, you've done it. Jan in Paris, good afternoon to you. Ellie in Greater London, Anonymous in Hertfordshire, Sonia, you're there. Rose, Anonymous in Hampshire. You've all got these in your web, so I was going to say, I do that all the time. You've got them in your web for all you spiders watching today. In your baskets. In your baskets, that's what I meant to say. Jump rings. You can never have enough jump rings for any pieces of jewellery that you're making. You know, it could be necklaces, it could be bracelets, absolutely anything. For spaces as well, they make your gemstones go that little bit further. And they are open jump rings. Yes, they are. They're so well closed, I couldn't see. 7mm in size. You have 200 pieces. 200. If you're into your chainmail, then you're going to need a lot of jump rings, aren't you? They are fabulous. You've got so much lustre here. 200 pieces, I'd be multi-buying here. Multi-buy, get as many as your budget will allow you to. You can never have enough jump rings. I always joke and say I can imagine Afla bathing in jump rings because she is the queen of chainmail. I can imagine her having a bath full of jump rings just because she's got nowhere else to put them in the house. She's just got that many. Every teacup in the cupboard full of jump rings. Double trouble, your silver-plated copper open jump rings, 7mm in size. Oh, you've got 400, I beg your pudding. 200 in each pack there. So that's 400 in total. Sophie in Hertfordshire, that's exactly what our Sophie's done. She's got 2 of these. Well done, Sophie. Gathered up between your gemstones, say maybe 4 or 5 of these. They do make your gemstones go so much further, and then they add that lustre into a design as well when you've got some of these. See, I've got just put 5 of those together, and you've got that gorgeous lustre. They look really, really pretty, don't they? 0800 644 655 BHGC 48 is your code for this one. Sophie, you've got 2 ones on Anonymous, you've got 2. Diana in Somerset, Linda in Greater Manchester, where we should be. £11.90, but not today. Not today. It's Sunday. Do you ever get the Sunday blues at home? Sunday blues, it's Monday tomorrow, start of the working week. Last week you had an extra day off, didn't you? It was bank holiday last week. Completely forgot about the bank holiday where I was. £11.90. We're not staying there. We are going lower for you. Even the computer didn't want to move on that price. £6.95 for you. That's incredible. Well done, Anonymous in South Yorkshire. You've just checked out 2 as well. Congratulations to you. Doesn't matter if you came in a while ago and you've checked out these already. Everybody pays the same price as everybody else. Nobody pays anymore. You all only ever pay that final low closing price tag. There's absolutely tons of you there, multi-buying. Pauline in Sussex, you've got 2. Lynette in Bristol, you've got 2. Janet in Yorkshire, you've got 2. Anonymous in South Yorkshire, you've got 2. Diana in Somerset, you've got 2. Claire in Lancashire, you've got 2. Sophie, you've got 2. Leslie in Gloucestershire, you've got... Do you know what? There's so many people multi-buying here. The stock is going down very, very quickly now, so you will have to be quick. I've got tons and tons of you with these in your baskets. Nicole, you're there. Sarah, Maureen, Jean, Catherine, Pauline. Make sure you check it out as soon as you can. Okay, have a little look. Ooh, solid sterling silver, only 15. That is a shame. Solid sterling silver earring posts you've got here. These are fab. I'm just going to give these a little wipe. If you're looking at me funny today, thinking, what is she doing? I've got a really bad neck. I can't just twist my head today. I have to twist my whole body. Yeah, I don't know what I did, Lillian. I did it yesterday. I don't know how, it just suddenly went neck and shoulders, and then this morning I actually thought I wasn't going to be here because I had to get me the half to push me up out of, I couldn't lift my head off the pillow. Oh no, I think it's my age. Okay. That's exactly what it was, Paul. Paul says you just didn't want to come back to work, did you? Didn't want to come back to work. Have a look at these. Earring posts, you've got 3 pairs. Look at that for lustre. Silver is the most lustrous of all of your precious metals, so even when you haven't got any gemstones, you get so much lustre from solid sterling silver. If you're using your big 5, your diamonds, your tanzanite, your emerald, sapphire, ruby, pearls. You can't compromise with your precious metal. It's going to have to be solid sterling silver. When we're talking a certain calibre of gemstone, you can't compromise with your precious metal there. And when it comes to earrings as well, you know, a lot of people, I know myself, I'm quite funny with earrings. I can't wear anything that isn't rhodium plated or solid sterling silver or gold because it makes me, I don't like it. My ears don't like it either. A lot of people have allergies, don't they, when it comes to earrings and stuff. So solid sterling silver, especially for earrings, is great to have in your stash. You're going to get 3 pairs of your round studs here with your drops there as well. So you can add those gemstones if you want to. And they'd look really pretty, wouldn't they? Because cascading, you could put a bit of chain on there, have a little waterfall of aquamarine, something like that. That'd look gorgeous. Black spinel maybe. FZ RF26. Anything you like. Any gemstones in your stash you could use for these. Let's go down. See, that price tag is what our Mark Smith would take for these before he's even added any gemstones. When he's selling them on, £9.95. But you're getting 3 pairs for £9.95, so that's £3.30 a little bit each. That's incredible. You've got your butterfly backings with these as well. And you've got 3 pairs, £9.25. Now, for me, every opportunity that I could get to get £9.25 sterling silver, I absolutely would. So if you can, then do it. Absolutely do it. And at £9.95, that's such a fab deal. 0800 644 655. They're the last few pairs. A couple of you hovering there, but you're going to have to be quick. We only had 18. Okay. Eye pins and your crimp beads. Have a look. Wow, gold plated 90. Now we've stepped it up a level, haven't we? Gold plated 925 sterling silver you've got here. Extra luxury. That's what you want, isn't it? You've got your eye pins, your head pins, and you've got your crimp beads there as well. They're really pretty. Again, you've got incredible lustre with these as well. And again, certain calibre gemstones, it's where you're going to want to be using. Gold plated, just beautiful. So you have 20 pieces of the ball head pins, you've got 50 of the crimp beads, and you've got 20 of the eye pins there as well. So that's 90 pieces in total. Midas touch, I like that. Gold plated 925 sterling silver, eye pins, head pins, and your crimp beads there as well. And again, Laura, I'm guessing this is just something you can never have enough of.
Yeah, it's always handy to have it as a stash, isn't it? And to be able to have the high-end stash is something that you can keep to one side. If someone says, oh, you know, I need it to be 95 sterling silver, but I want it in gold, you've got those options there, haven't you? And you can say, oh, yeah, not a problem, I've got that for you. So it's always handy to have.
Yeah, I think so. It's nice to have these in your stash, isn't it? We're taking this down to 13 pence a finding, says our Liam. That is pretty low. Do you know what? I didn't think that we stamped our head pins and eye pins, but we do. I just was looking at it. I'm sure that's a stamp on there. Wow. You probably won't be able to see that on the camera, but that is, you've got your 925 stamp there. You can see there's Liam's like, we can see there's something. It's on every single one. I can see them looking down here. So you've got your 925 stamp on there as well. Let's go down as low as we can, Liam. Solids. Let's get on the solid sterling silver bust. Unfortunately, it's been deleted. Can't believe it. I had 2 weeks off. They've deleted my solid sterling silver bust. £11.95. £11.95. Incredible. Solid sterling silver bus. Yeah, it's a big yellow school bus with the JewelleryMaker branding on there, and me driving the bus and the crew. Yeah, there's people in the bus. You saw it. Solid sterling silver bus. We had a lot of solid sterling silver one night, and I said, should we get on the solid sterling silver bus and go to Bargain Town? And that's where it came from, you see. Yeah, it's pretty cool. £11.95. Ina in Lanarkshire ×2, Anonymous in Somerset, Moira in Worcestershire, David in Devon, Debbie in Gloucestershire, Bridget, loads of you there this afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. RQGC08 is your code for this one. Hold those telephone lines, make sure you're checking out your baskets as soon as you can. Okie dokies. Okay. Gold-plated copper are heart head pins. You see, the stars and the hearts are really, really popular, aren't they? Really popular. These are just so fab. It's that little bit of attention to detail, isn't it, really, with these? They're so pretty. And there's a lot here as well. There's so many in this pack. You've got 100 pieces. 100 pieces. Laura, is there anything else that you would do with these other than using them for the obvious? Because they're so pretty.
I use them, if you do your polymer clay,
yeah,
they're really cool little stamps.
Oh, wow,
little heart shapes.
That's
you can
a good
create
idea.
little heart shapes out of them. Also, if you wanted to use, so say that ring where I made it with the little round ones, you could put them in into the drilled hole as well and get that flash of a metal effect. I sometimes use them when I'm doing a woven pendant and just use that head pin as that flash of metal, and then the wire as the actual rest of the head pin as a wire, and then just it blends into the move. So just again, there are tons of things you can do. Yeah.
They're fab as well, aren't they? I love the heart shapes. If you look at, you know, in your accessory shops, in your ladies' clothing stores, the heart shapes everywhere, absolutely everywhere, along with your stars as well. They really are on trend. You've got 100 pieces of your gold-plated copper heart head pins here, approximately 50 millimetres in size. DJAZ42 is your code for these. 0800 644 655, bargain town. $6.95. 6.9, I can do the maths here, 6.9 pence each. Wow! That's incredible, isn't it? That is just bonkers. What good value here at JewelleryMaker. I know if you're tuning in for the first time today and you're thinking, there's probably a catch, isn't there? I'm probably going to call up and there'll probably be, you know, like add-ons when you book a flight and you book a holiday and stuff like that. Absolutely not. The price on screen is the price tag that you're paying plus your P&P. That's it. That's all you're going to pay today. 30-day money-back guarantee as well. Doesn't start today. Starts from the day that you get this delivered to your door in a couple of days' time. Really handy. 30 days. Even when we're bringing you these prices. You know, sometimes when people have a clearance and they have a sale in shops, and you could go to the checkout and they say, okay, it's a sale item, so I'm afraid you can't return it. It's exchange or credit note only. Really annoys me, that does. Why? Why is that? Why can I not bring it back if I'm not satisfied?
Or if it's reduced by less than 50%, you can only get it exchanged.
Yeah, it's like, why? I still spend my money. I still have rights. Do you know what? None of that here. Doesn't matter how low we go. You still get a 30-day money-back guarantee. 0800 644 655 or on the web today, www.jewellerymaker.com. They're gorgeous. Okay. I like this. Sorry, Paul. Find a pound for every time I've heard that. Iolite we've got coming up for you. Oh wow, look at this. Do you know, we don't get to see this gemstone very often at all, and it's really, really beautiful. I love any gemstone with a bit of history. Any gemstone with a story. I love that. And this gemstone was actually used in Viking times for navigational purposes because it's such a pleiochroic gemstone. And basically what that means is as the light hits it at different angles, you see different colours coming from the gemstone. So at some angles you might see really deep dark ocean blues, at other angles you might see some cornflower blues coming through there. So what they would do is place it on the deck of their ship, and as the sunlight hit it, it would help them to navigate the seas. And I love that. I love that little story, that little bit of history that goes with this gemstone. 100% natural, phenomenal colour. These are beautiful. 250 carats of your Iolite plain rounds here. These would look so lovely with the pinks. I always want to put blues with pinks, you know, like your morganite maybe, or maybe your rose quartz, something like that. Really delicate pinks. This would look gorgeous with. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Wow. There's a lot of gemstones on this strand. 40 individual highlights that are really sizable at 10 millimetres. Just one of these could be a ring, couldn't it? Just one of them by itself could make a beautiful solitaire ring. They are gorgeous. I love that colour. Simply restranded. I mean, this is Iolite as well. So, you know, I think it's fair to say this is quite a collectible gemstone. I don't think we should be below £40 for this, Liam. $39.95 I'm going with. Just so you know, I haven't seen any prices today. Not one. $17.95, and that is a should be price tag. 0800 644 655, £17.95. Apparently we're not staying there. Brilliant. After everything I've just said, We're going to devalue the gemstone. Unbelievable. LIGP05. We're not at $17.95. Come on, computer. You can do it. Come on. £11.95. How incredible. If I were to resell, if I was to make earrings, 20 pairs of earrings here, there is no way that I am selling a pair of Iolite earrings for less than £15. No way. So therefore, you've got your money back on 2 gemstones. They are beautiful. 0800 644 655. Hold those telephone lines. Add this to your order. Use your 30 days if you need it. Don't think you're going to need to, are you? Okie Kokies. Smoky. Love this gemstone. First gemstone ever bought here at the Genuine Gemstone Company was Smoky quartz, and it's one that I get so many compliments. In fact, I've had the ring for 10 years now. On 2 occasions I'm wearing my Smoky quartz ring, I've had 2 different people offer to buy the ring off me. Yeah. And I said, no. No way. I love it so much. It's one of those gemstones. I do refer to Smoky quartz as the evening gemstone. It's not officially, it's kunzite that's referred to as the evening gemstone. But for me, this has so much smoky glamour. It's like an evening gemstone for me. It's a very sexy gemstone, I think, Smoky quartz. Really beautiful. It's so mysterious, and I love these shapes that you've got here as well. Your faceted rondelles, 3x2 to 5x3 millimeters in size, 31 centimeter strand. Look at that for glamour. Can you imagine these as spacers in a pearl necklace? Wouldn't they look fab? Or the shells that we had earlier on. Oh, they look gorgeous, don't they? Absolutely stunning. Whatever pearls you've got in your collection, they would look gorgeous with. They really, really would. You've got a big, big carat weight here, 45 carats in total. Faceted beautifully as well to give you that extra luster there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's a good, I'd say there's a good 60 to 80 gemstones on this strand. Simple, stretchy maybe, and just a solid sterling silver charm. You could pop in there as well. That would look gorgeous, wouldn't it? Because they're so delicate, so pretty, and so lustrous. What would you do with these, Laura?
I would use them as little accent beads. I think, you know, they would be really pretty as that. Or if you put a Viking knit around it. Ooh. So actually make a Viking knit, and then just pop them inside. Yeah. I would probably use something like gold. Or silver, so you get to see that sparkle, that shine through.
The gold would look gorgeous with Smoky quartz, wouldn't it? Should we take them down as low as we can go? Oh! $6.95 for 45 carats of Smoky quartz. Liam. You put the price in. He said I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. £6.95. That is way too low for 45 carats of Smoky quartz. LHRU14. Whoopsie, is your code for this one. Get this with your pearls, with your garnet as well. Smoky quartz looks incredible with garnet, with your citrine, with your peridot. In fact, do you know what? This is going to go with everything, isn't it?
Prehnite, rose, amethyst, everything. It's one of my favourite sort of groups of gemstones. I put them with the lemon quartz, the rose quartz, the citrine, all of those, prehnite, peridot, all of them, Iolite, all of them. Wow. I just love it.
That's the thing, it's going to go with everything. It's such a versatile gemstone, isn't it? £6.95 for you. 0800 644 655. Lots of you on the phone lines and with this in your basket. Just make sure you're checking it out. That is an add it to your order price tag. Incredible. Okie dokies. Let's have a little look. Whoops. Look at these. 925. Are these rose gold plated? Oh my word. I love rose gold at the moment. I'm so into my rose gold. It's just such a beautiful precious metal. It really, really is. And it can command some hefty price tags, I tell you. Solid 925. Wow. Solid 925 with your rose gold plating there as well. Crimp bead covers 2.5mm in size. You've got 100 pieces there. Now, Mark Smith, a good while ago now when we had him on the show, he made, using crimp bead covers, a beautiful, beautiful bracelet. I think Macron made it and then used the crimp bead covers in there as well. And I saw a very, very similar design, very famous brand in London that has that sells bracelets and jewellery and stuff with links in. It was a bracelet almost identical to the one that Mark had made, and I couldn't believe it was only solid sterling silver, it wasn't gold, and it was well into three figures. In fact, I think, Pete, I think I can spy it. It's just right on the end of that shelf there. That's it. Because you could do exactly the same with your rose gold as well. Now, Mark did use, to be precise, 98 here, one there, and he dropped one on the floor. He did have 100, but he used 99 of them. But look how effective that is. It's just so pretty. And that's just using your crimp bead covers there. Those were the silver. Here you've got your rose gold plated. It's that little bit of attention to detail. Again, when you're using certain gemstones, you cannot compromise. You've got so much luster there. They're beautiful. 0800 644 655 ORR F07. 100 pieces. Again, do you know what? There's nothing to stop you multi-buying. If you want to come in and you want to buy, I don't know, 5, 6 of these, get as many as you like, no matter how many pieces you buy from us in any one day. You've only got one P&P from midnight last night until midnight tonight. That's pretty good, isn't it? I tell you, there's customers that I see their names coming up on our screen. I think, my word, you're going to have a hefty parcel coming to your door. In for every auction, unbelievable. 0800 644 655. Let's go down. Shoulda, woulda. £17.90. These are solid sterling silver now. Be careful, Liam. And they're rose gold plated. So just be careful. Just warning you. £14.95. £14.95 for you. What an incredible deal. Now, the amount of opportunities that I've seen to get solid sterling silver that is rose gold plated, I think I can probably count them on one hand. Yeah, one hand, I reckon, in the last couple of months. Just not enough opportunities at £14.95. That is incredible. I've got another kit coming up for you. I love this kit. Now, I don't know if you saw a good few weeks ago, we had quite a lot of chain on. The big links, and there's some. That just makes me think of our Carol. Liam just sang chain, chain, chain. Just reminds me of Carol. She likes her singing. No news yet, by the way, on the little gherkin. No news yet. I think she texted me about 3 days ago. I'm fed up. It can't be long. It can't be long. She's overdue now. I'm sure you will hear very, very soon. I think it's going to be Tuesday. I don't know why. I just think it's going to be Tuesday. Did you? Kerry thought it was going to be today. I've got a feeling it's going to be Tuesday. I have no idea why, but anyway, watch this space. Okay, this kit. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this. I want this. I have to have this. Look at this chain. Oh my gosh. Any chain, I just love it. I'm obsessed with this. Whether it be the layered look that you're going for with a necklace, whether it be a bracelet and you're going to add some charms on there. Imagine the charms you could add on to this. Beautiful gemstones, maybe solid sterling silver, star charms that we had yesterday. It's just such a fab look. Now you have a metre of your silver plated copper chain there, a full metre. Those links are 13 millimetres and your rounds are, I beg your pardon, your rounds are 13 and the ovals are 15 by 12 millimetres in there. I love that chain. Again, bracelet, nice toggle clasp on there. Even just as it is, it looks fab, doesn't it? I love that look. It's so trendy. I just love this kit. It's fab. So you've got a metre of your copper chain there. You've got your gemstones. Look at these strands. These are fab. 3 strands in total. labradorite. Oh my gosh, look at the labradorescence there. There's one that is just twinkling away beautifully there. So you have 80 carats of your rainbow moonstone, 80 carats of your labradorite, and 80 carats of your grey moonstone. So that's 240 carats in total. You've got your Kumihimo findings kit there as well, your matrix collection. Gorgeous. You have 30 metres of your black satin ribbon there as well. 3 millimetres in thickness there. 30 metres, that's going to go a long way, isn't it? And look at these. I just love these. Our lovely Laura was showing me what she was doing with these earlier, and they, with the stamping stuff that we've had today as well, they're just perfect. They really, really are. So you have 10 of your silver-plated copper oval jump rings, 7 by 5 millimetres in size. You have a metre of your silver-plated copper round oval link chain, 2 of your silver-plated brass cord ends, 30 metres of your black satin cord, 4 of your brass cord ends, 4 of your copper hanging connectors, 4 of your heart charms as well. All in your matrix, all in your matrix box there as well. You've got your toggle clasp in there, you've got your brass end cords, you've got your moonstone, your labradorite, you've got your matrix collection. There's just so much. Your brushed, I love these, your brushed crescent moon stamping blanks. 24 by 22 millimetres in size, 10 pieces. You've got your earring findings, 5 pairs, and you've got your puffy rice beads, 50 pieces. There's so much. Should be. That's a good price. That's a phenomenal, phenomenal price tag for what we're getting here. But we're not even staying there. We're going lower. 0800 644 655 EXGC 74. Never. That's a massive saving. He's naughty. $24.95. I love these as earrings. These would look fab. I love these moons. Aren't they so pretty? Absolutely love them. £24.95. You're going to get 10. Yes, so 5 pairs if you like for their earrings. 10 pieces of your crescent moon stamping blanks there. They are so pretty. I just absolutely love those. You're getting so much in this kit. You really, really are. Get this home. Use your 30 days. Now, when we're talking about value here, you know, value, I don't think anyone does it as well as we do. Wouldn't you agree? That $24.95 for everything that you get. Imagine the pieces that you could make. I love this. If I was just to simply take, I don't know, a 7-inch length from your metre length chain. With your metre length, you can get 2 16-inch necklaces and a 7-inch bracelet. If I was to take that, I might add a few of the moonstone on there as charms. That by itself, £10 easily. That's a lot of money making potential. In this kit. I haven't seen the front yet, but I'm dibsing it already, Laura, just because it's the chain. Oh my gosh. Oh, would you look at this? Oh my word. Even from there. I love this, Laura. I love it.
I just wanted to make a sort of statement piece.
Wow.
And make something different. Oh, you know, I didn't see that one.
I mean, she's just found something else.
I didn't see the little hearts.
Oh, would you just look at that? That's what I love, statement jewellery. Absolutely love it. For me, if you're going to say it, shout it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And again, I kept it simple because I did a lot of stamping on the first one. So with that one, I just made it textural. But if you want to show the pendant on the end, so it's 2 moons together, and then if you open it up, slide it open, there should be a little bit of stamping.
Oh.
TKJ. Again, I didn't hit the T hard enough. I didn't want to do it again. But then that's, you know, it's just initials. That might mean something to you, but, you know, it's subtle.
I love
and then
that.
we just keep it, it looks like a little...
That's fab. And what, you just used a head pin there to kind of...
Yeah, to almost use it as a rivet, in effect, to kind of lightly hammer it just to really get it to flatten and lock those in place. It's a bit of an experiment. It's something I'd like to take a bit more time and really sort of work on, but I want to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, I know they're moons, and you know, you can make lovely little stuff. You could do man and the moon, and you could do loads of little samples. But I just want to do something a little bit different to what you would automatically think of doing.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I think it's fab, especially with the stamping on there as well. You can really personalise that again. And with all the stamping stuff we've had today, you can easily do that, can't you?
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. And they're already textured, are they, Laura?
Yeah, they're kind of like, almost like the sandpaper effect.
Yeah.
With the lines. And I'll be honest, it must have fallen out of my bag because I didn't see this little. It's in my second one. It probably was in my first one, but I didn't see it. Again, you've got those little hearts there. I would have probably made a little pair of hearted earrings to stamped on, but you know, it's brilliant.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? I just love this. And you've hammered some of these, haven't you, as well?
Yeah, hammered two of them, and I've actually used a hole punch to sort of drill them. They were the ones I was saying about how to be careful of.
Yeah.
Because just again, a little tip, as I found out.
Yeah.
These are they can be a little bit sharp on some of them. So again, maybe take your file if you want to. But just be aware when you're using the hole punch, and I'll show you when I do the punching, but they swing around, and if they're sharp, they swing straight into your finger, and that's how I hurt myself. So just make sure, just take your file, just gently round it to make sure it's not sharp, and when you're doing the hole punching on it, which I will show, just be careful. That's all I can say.
Handy little tip there for you. Fabulous kit, beautiful, beautiful pieces. I'm loving the chain, and the chain's really, really popular. I don't know if you tuned in a good few weeks ago. We had some gorgeous chain, and oh my gosh, it wasn't Alison, Deb, it was our Deborah. With the chain, the most phenomenal bag I've ever seen. She would not let me have it.
On the birthday show.
She would not let me have it. I've never thrown enough hints, and literally I was sat there and we were like, and she ran out of the door with it. She would not let me have that bag. So I bought my own chain to make my own. I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to get there. But that's something you could do with this chain as well. I think this looks fab. You know, if you've got that, you can put that on a handbag, can't you? With some charms hanging off on a purse. It's brilliant.
All of that left. You know, I didn't have as much time as I would have liked, obviously. Yeah. And I got a little bit carried away with the copper. So there's no big surprise there. But you know, you've got this lovely cord. You could actually just do something as simple as threading it in and out. So you could do that in and out and just have that as a neck piece in and out of the links. That would look quite nice. Or as a bracelet. But for kumihimo, you know, you've got the findings. You can do the kumihimo with it. There's absolute tons. I didn't touch on what I had here. You know, I did something because I wanted, obviously, it being about the stamping. I did the moons, but
and you didn't have all the time in the world to do that, did you? So there's absolutely tons left.
There really
as well there.
Yeah.
£24.95. We shouldn't be there, should we? I mean, look at what you've got here. There's absolutely tons. Irene in Bristol, Angela in Hampshire, you've got yours. Well done to you. Jill in Lancashire, Joyce in West Yorkshire, Diane on the Scottish borders, Claire in Staffordshire, and you're there as well. I've got Ank in Texas. I've got Rachel in New York. Oh, any place in the world you could go, Laura, right now, where would it be?
I'd go to Kos in Greece.
Oh, would you? Yeah, I've been there only once. Had a 9-hour delay coming back.
Oh, not good.
And the airport, as you know, there is
not the best. Yeah, but I went there. First place I went on holiday with my husband, Kos Town, and then we went there again, and he proposed to me there. So it's a nice place for me.
Lovely, so lovely. How long have you been married, Laura?
9 years in August.
Wow.
I know.
I was talking to who was here yesterday? Hang on, let me think. It was only yesterday. I didn't even sleep well. Maybe this is why I can't remember. Guest is only yesterday.
On a late show? Or
Jan. Our Jan, engaged for 28 years.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Come on, Jan's husband. Beyonce even. Get a move on. We want a good wedding. Imagine that. JewelleryMaker wedding.
I actually said to Tony when I said yes, but I'm not having a long engagement.
Yeah.
He said I will, but I'm not having a long engagement, mind. Going home and planning it.
So, rightly so as well. £24.95. Incredible deal. There's so much in this kit. Laura's got absolutely tons. To be fair, we didn't give her all the time in the world.
Literally had, and I wasn't able to do anything yesterday. It was my husband's birthday, and I was under instructions.
Well, we'll let you off
not
for that
to. Yeah. But you know, and again, I genuinely missed that box. I didn't see that. I would have done some little heart charms and stuff as well. Like you say, lovely little charm bracelet.
Wow. Okay, so we've got some more stamps for you. Oh, just all three, is it? Oh no, just the two, the penguin.
Oh.
These, really, really popular. Really popular. So you've got your A to Z font there. In your capitals there. I love these. Do you know what? It's probably, if you've got the other kit as well, you're probably going to want to step it up a little bit, maybe go for your fancy font there. I quite like that. Really pretty. Adds a little bit more vintageness as well, I think, that style. Fab, isn't it? Uppercase letters, A to Z, your penguin font, letter punch stamping set here. QZGX03 is your code for this one. If you've got the others, get this as well. You can use these on these moons as well, can't you, Laura?
I don't have those, that's why I haven't used them. I didn't know they existed, so I now need them.
Need. I don't know, I like that.
No, I need
she doesn't
them.
want, she needs them. It's what it gets like here with JewelleryMaker, you see. It's not a want, it's a need. Let's go down as low as we can for you. QZGX03. Jill in Lancashire, Lindsay in Buckinghamshire, Ivy in Lincolnshire. You've just popped these in your baskets. We're going low. Oh my gosh, Laura.
Debbie Kershaw, if you're watching, can you get me numbers? Because I don't have that font, and that would be so pretty.
Oh, they're gorgeous,
That would
aren't
be beautiful to put a quote in. That would be really beautiful.
Oh, wouldn't they just?
Yeah.
Oh, I love these. They are fab. If you've got the others, you're going to want these now, aren't you? 0800 644 655. Jill in Lancashire, Lindsay in Buckinghamshire, you've just checked out. Claire in Lincolnshire, you've just joined me. Candice in Hertfordshire, you've just joined me on the website. It's so busy today. You're loving the stamping. I'm loving the stamping. I'm going to have to start this. I'm going to have to do it.
It is great fun, and like I said, today was a really good opportunity for me to actually have an excuse to do it, because I just don't always have the time. So you actually have the time, and I just want to go home and do it again.
But also as well, a lot of the time we kind of talk to you from a business point of view, don't we? You know, we're always pricing things and such. But actually, for those of you that are doing it as a hobby, what a fantastic gifts for people, you know, different Christmas presents, birthday gifts with all these sayings and quotes on. I think it's brilliant, absolutely fab. Okay, we're doing the other one, Liam. Yes, we are. Aha. Numbers and special characters. Me and Laura are special characters.
Very special.
Have a look at these. Oh, you're going to need these. Oh, you forget about these sometimes, I guess, don't you?
I want them as well.
So these are really handy to have. And you've got your numbers in there as well, and your special characters there as well. FBGX13. I heard that sigh, Laura. That's a... I need this one as well.
I do need that one as well.
I need this one as well. 0800 644 655 FBGX13. Also available the lowercase. We've just put the code at the bottom of your screen there. If you want to get that added to your order as well, 1 P&P in any one day. I bet everyone's thinking, yeah, I'm going to add that to my order. Definitely adding that to my order. Let's go down as low as we can go for you.
Wow.
Ooh. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting £9.95. I love this. Okay, Liam's been a bit generous. He says, well, you know, you don't get as many in this one, so £6.95. You've got to do it. Dawn in Newport, Belinda in Buckinghamshire, Anonymous in Somerset. You've just checked out your basket as well. Congratulations to you. FBGX13 is your code for this one. I'd definitely be getting them all. I'd have to. Well done to Anonymous in Somerset. You've just checked out. Ruth in Ayrshire, you've just joined me on the web there. Claire in Lincolnshire, you're there. Raymond and Joanne in Devon as well. Oh, I'd like to be in Devon now. I don't mind when I'm by the seaside in the UK. Don't mind if it's raining, windy, sunny or anything.
I like being in a caravan when it's raining. It's quite fun because there's something cosy about just sort of snuggling up on the sofa, watching the telly with a hot
listening
drink
to the rain.
and listening to the rain.
I love that in a caravan. It reminds me of my childhood, that does. Wet and windy holidays to Cornwall or Wales. Brilliant. Okay, so Liam, what did you say, lovely? I completely missed what you said, Liam. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Talking rubbish. Are you going to do a demo for us?
I'm going to do a quick demo because we were going to try and do a bit of a Q&A.
Yes,
here,
we are, yeah.
What I was going to do quickly is show just how you would actually use the hole punch to actually do the holes on these. As I said, when being aware of these, when they spin around, they can be quite sharp. I've got 2 of the hole punches here, and they have different sizes on them, which obviously is going to create different size holes. For the bracelet with the ribbon, if I just show, sorry, 2 seconds, turn around, get this one. I actually used the largest, the 4mm one on it. Okay. Because I wanted to create that larger hole for the ribbon to go through. But for these ones, I just, so you can see I've used quite the larger one there. So I want to be able to feed the ribbon through. So on these, I've used the smaller ones. Again, this one's got two smaller ones, again, 1.6 and 2.4.
Okay.
So I've actually just used the 1.6, and I tend to use that one quite often because I like the size of the hole.
Yeah.
It's a nice standard looking hole. So, and you can get jump rings through it as well.
Yeah.
When I did the necklace with all of them, I planned it out first. So I do plan sometimes, and I placed it sort of on, so I could see exactly how they were going to sit and get an idea of how I was going to have to drill them. So if I can looking at them like this, I textured two of them simply by using the round side of my hammer, the same way as I showed earlier. Whoops. And so I just did two pieces of that. And then so you can use like a little pencil or a little pen, and you can just mark, or I went a bit by eye because I knew I wanted. So on this bottom one, I know I'm going to need 2 drill holes there, and I'm going to need a connector there and there on the next ones and at the top.
Okay.
And then on these ones, this one's going to need 4 because it's going to need to connect to this side and to this one, and the same on this side. These two are going to need 3. 3. So you want one to connect here on the inside, one on the outside to connect to the chain, and then one to connect those points together. So it's just about looking at it and working out which points you're going to do, and taking the time to sort of get them as similar as you can. So I'm just going to show you one. Just place it where you're going to want to go. So it's good if you can have it on a higher level, and then you can kind of look.
We can get at eye level. Then,
yeah. And then just twisting it down, I can actually see how it's where the actual bit coming down, so I can see exactly where it's going to go. And if you have marked it with a little marker pen, then you know that it's going to go and hit that point. Okay, so as soon as you even just lightly doing that, that I can still move. I've got a bit of movement, but that's just locked it. So it's not going to mark it.
Yeah.
So if I took it out, I know it's not going to have marked it. But it gives me a chance to look and see if it's exactly where I wanted it to go.
Okay.
So I can make sure it's not too close to the edge and it's not going to misdrill, because I did do that there. So again, another mistake I did for you. If you do it too close to the edge, it's going to. And again, I'll tell you what happened with that one. I didn't check which drill hole I was using, and I used the wrong side.
Okay.
So you see how they're larger?
Yeah.
And that is why, if I'd used the right side, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, again, little tiny things like don't get distracted, basically. And then what you can do is just gently hold it and twist. See how the moon moves? At the moment it's gone in this direction, which is fine, but if it went in that direction, you had your hand there, that's how you can cause injury. You just twist it down and it will stop. You'll feel when it's gone. There'll be like that, you can feel the release. And then I'm going to just, so if I do this, see how it swings around there? So I'm just gently undoing it and it will drop. So you can see you've got that nice hole there. Now what you have got to be careful of is if you, and I'll show it on this bit, I'll see if I can do it. You know when you want to do it on purpose, it won't work. If I go back down. So if I said to you, if you do this nice and slowly, you can feel. First of all, you can see when the top of the actual, I don't really know the technical name of this bit, but the twisty bit. If I stop there, I can see that the sort of screw part of it isn't touching the charm. Yeah. Okay. But I know it's gone because I can feel it in the movement. It's gone. But if I didn't and I just twisted it around like that and then brought it back up, what can happen is you can dent. See how I've dented it? So it's about, you do need to check and stop. I know it's silly little things, but it's things like this that you don't want to do because that's a wasted blank and I've lost one of my charms. So I don't want to waste it. So just be aware. Now what you'll notice on the other side as well is that it's kind of a bit raised. You can just about see it there. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I turned them over, placed it back down, lightly hammered it. That then flattens that, that's smooth. And then it's fine on the other side as well. So that by doing that, you're going to take away that sharp edge on that side and flatten it. but from the front you get that nice clean finish.
That's perfect, isn't it? We haven't got the hole punch that size, but I do have another one for you. This is the 3.2 and the 4mm hole punch available for you now. So you used the bigger one for the
bracelet here.
The cuff, didn't you? Yeah,
yeah, I used it for that one because it gave me a really nice sized sort of hole for me to be able to put my ribbon through.
Again, it just depends on what materials you're using, I suppose.
Yeah, and the looks that you want to go for. I mean, you might want to put a couple of pieces of wire through, and so you might need that hole to be slightly larger. You might actually just want to create part of the look to have a few different shaped holes in it. So, you know, lots of I've got both, obviously, so it's always handy to have them both.
I love that. It's a really handy tool to have as well, especially for your charms and other charms that we had as well. You know, the bigger charms you could use that for as well, couldn't you? It's actually a really, really useful tool. So it's your 3.2 and your 4mm hole punch you've got here. AONL21 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Get this home. Do you know what? Again, I can imagine with so many of these tools, it's a case of having a few of them. I think, you know, get a few of these. One for your craft bag, one for your workshop, maybe. Let's take it down as low as we can go for you. 0800 644 655. Anonymous in Somerset, you're back in. Maureen in West Yorkshire. Georgina in Oxfordshire. Anonymous in Greater Manchester, you've just joined me as well. Let's take it down.
There you go. That's the hole on the larger one.
Okay.
So I've just used that's the 4mm one.
The 4mm, that's the biggest one on here.
Yeah. So you can see it's quite nice sizable.
Nice sizable.
Yeah. And again, one little tip about these is your metal is going to go into the little, it's just like a normal hole punch. Yeah. So mine's got a little collection going on there. Just use something to clean it. Yeah. Or be aware, because again, it goes back to that picking your tool up and then dropping bits of metal and standing on it. Yeah. But they're quite smooth because they're rounded. All right.
Handy, very handy. £8.95. Get a couple if you think you're going to need them. They're fab. Claire in Lincolnshire, Georgina, you're there. Anonymous in Greater Manchester, well done. Belinda in Buckinghamshire, you've just checked out. Anonymous in South Yorkshire, you've just joined me on the telephone lines. Joyce in West Yorkshire, you're there on the web as well. AONL21 is your code for this one. Get involved today. We've had so many treats for you, so many fabulous pieces, incredible kits for you. Get involved. Do you know what, if you're brand new, you're tuning in the first time today and you're just thinking, not quite sure, give it a go. Use your 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got nothing to lose. It's a free phone number if you're calling in on a landline, and if you're on the web, then it's really easy, isn't it? Just fill your basket and check it out. That's what I was doing. Alison in Devon, well done. Angela in Nottinghamshire, you've got yours, well done. Zena in Malaga. Oh, I'm jealous. Sunshine. Is it the 1st of June tomorrow?
Yep.
It is, isn't it? We're like halfway through the year.
No, we're in the busy part of my life because my husband's birthday, my daughter's birthday, my birthday.
Is the June your month then?
Yeah, my husband is yesterday, his birthday, so very end of...
next few weeks.
Yeah, and then Kayla's on Friday, which she thinks is great because she gets to take all of Daddy's cards off before his 7 days.
Oh! So, yeah. Children, you gotta love them. We said we'd have a little bit of a Q&A as well, didn't we? For our Lord, if you've got any questions, send them in to 60777, start your message with the word JM Studio so that it does come through to us here. Have we got some questions, Liam? Yes, we do. Should have brought my specs over for this part, shouldn't I? Let's have a little look then. Okay. Okay, it's just going to pop the kit back on for us. The kit that we had with the chain, all those half moons, the crescent moons, are beautiful. And you've got your labradorite and your moonstone in there. You've got your kumihimo findings in there as well. So much. You've got your rice beads there, your satin in there as well. It's fabulous. £24.95. £24.95. Incredible deal. EXGC 74. Deborah says, hi Laura, could you use the Dremel to smooth the edges?
Yeah, I can see why not, because you get the Dremel when it comes with the accessory pack, so it has all of the sort of sanding pieces there. You can certainly use it for the polishing of it, because you can get polishing accessories for your metal. But yeah, I can't see why you couldn't use the sanding accessory as well.
Brilliant. There you go then. And have we got another one? Computer says no. Okie dokie. Lorna It says, hi Laura, I just caught the end of you cutting the copper sheet. Please can you say what gauge copper sheet is best for making the bangles?
Well, I believe that the sheet that came with the kit was 0.5.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
I was surprised. I thought it was thicker than that. It felt really, really solid. So I would say definitely that, because I'll just grab one of these just to show you again. I actually, to form this bangle shape was quite tricky, because it really is quite a substantial,
quite sturdy.
Very sturdy. I don't know if the one I've used for my bangle here is a little bit thinner. I think it is, if you look at them in comparison. And this one's got a little bit more give. So I would definitely, if I was going to be making bangles, be using this 0.5, definitely, because it's got more strength to it.
Wow.
So I hope that helps.
Lovely. That's quite, it really is quite durable, isn't it? And you wouldn't think so to look at it, but it really, really is.
It is, and it's got, it's something that, you know, you could feel that if you put it on, you can just slide it on and mould it around, and you feel that that's nice and secure. You can feel the sort of strength in it. Yeah.
I love that one. Love that. Do we have another one then? Computer. It's not playing today. Bernadette in County Carlo says, how did you put the moon charms together, please? Loving the show.
Okay, cool. So the ones in the statement piece are literally just put together using jump rings. Yeah. Literally, as I said, when you're planning it out, you place all of your charms, and you've got points that you have to drill on them, and you'll see on that piece there. As I said, if I got a pen and placed it out, I would say that I'm going to make a drill there and a drill there. So I know that I've got to drill here, and then here, and here, and then the same on that side. And then literally once you've done your holes, so you do have to take into account the distance between it. It's going to see how it sits. I just use standard jump rings that are in a findings kit to put those together, but you know, we do sell different size jump rings.
Yeah, because you've got some of those are overlapping as well, haven't you?
Yeah. So it's just a matter of planning it properly, getting the distance correctly, and then connecting the jump rings to it, and then that would literally connect those. The other piece where I did the hidden charms on it effect, so I basically had it like this, placed it like that, so I knew how it was going to sit. Yeah. And I actually took a pencil and just very lightly drew where that curve went, so that I knew, and then I knew I had that area there to stamp into. And then I did drill these, and a mistake I made, so again it's a mistake, I actually double drilled them, so I put them both through together, which wasn't a mistake as such, but it didn't give as smooth a finish as if I'd have done them individually. And I took them through, placed them both just into the connector like that, and drilled them both. And it does do it, it will work. I'm not going to do it now, but you can see. But it just doesn't give us good finish on both of them, so it's better to mark them both in a place. So mark them there and there, and then draw them both. And I took a head pin with a flat surface, put it through, wrapped it into a wrap loop, and then just hammered it to really kind of lock it. Yeah. And that's really it.
Fab. If you've got any questions, Laura, by the way, 60777, start your message with the word JM Studio. Doing a little bit of a Q&A. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. We do have another one. It's from Anonymous. It says, hi all at JM, can I ask Laura how she attached the stones to the cuff she is wearing?
Well, again, so excuse my green wrist. You can see the inside there. All I did was cut this. This was very rough done because it was done in a bit of a spare 5 minutes. And then I drilled 4 holes into it, and then I've created, because this is just a labradorite cabochon, and I just created a weave and wove around it, and then I used the holes to secure the stone and set it and really lock it into place. And so that's pretty much how I did that, really. And it's the same for the cuff before. Drilled a few little holes. If I show on that one, so if I show on this one, turn it over, you can see again I just put a couple of little holes around the edges on the inside, and again I've used them to be able to take the 0.25 wire, create the flowers, and then I took a piece of 1 mil and kind of went around them to give that kind of vine effect. And again I was able to get that wire through those drill holes. But this would be a situation where I might have wanted that larger drill hole, because I could put multiple wires through those holes then and get a little bit more security behind it. So yeah, hopefully that helps.
Fab, hopefully that helps for you. Still available, that kit, £24.95. There is quite a few of you with those in your basket, so please do make sure that you're checking out because it is going quickly. There's not that many left, I don't think, at all at the moment. So yeah, there's quite a few of you with those in your baskets. You can get involved on the phone lines today as well. It's 0800 644 655. Press your button number 1. That will put you straight through to the call centre, and you can confirm your kit there, get it home and have a play with that. It's just fabulous. That necklace, so coming home with me. I love it. I just love it. Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, Liam, did you say you'd like me to, yeah? Okie dokies. Righty-ho. Some ribbon. Okay, so another addition to the kit that we're doing for you. Whoa, look at these colours. These are gorgeous. Summery, loving these. And you've got your purple ribbon there as well. Beautiful. Summery sunset, I like that. 30 metres of your plum satin ribbon there, and you've got your sunstone and your carnelian graduated irregular drops there. You've got 70 carats of your sunstone, and you've got 80 carats of your carnelian there as well. Big carat. They are perfect together. They are beautiful. What would you do with these, Laura? Gorgeous shapes, aren't
yeah,
they?
they're gorgeous, and I would be thinking of maybe tiara twisting them. A couple of them together. That would look really nice, and it would enable you to make a kind of, you know, autumn wedding, or if you're going to a christening or something like that kind of piece, and you'd get the movement, because when you twist it, because of the way they're drilled, they'll still move as you turn your head, so it gives that, catches the light, and you don't lose the stones.
I like that. That's really pretty, isn't it? And these little ones as well. I'm just thinking a cluster ring there. You could create a cluster, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe use 5 or 6 of those in a cluster ring. That would look really pretty. And what about the ribbon then, Laura? What would you use the ribbon for?
Again, that would be beautiful for doing your kimihimo with, and it goes back to the bridal. If you did want to make that sort of more contemporary headband, you could actually just wrap the headband in that ribbon as well, and then you don't have the metal, or you're not limited to what colour band you're using. You just wrap it around, and you know, you can create little flowers out of the ribbon, can't you, and things like that. Yeah, that
would look really pretty. Get a massive carat weight of your gemstones, 2 strands, and you've got your plum satin ribbon here as well. VXGC67 is your code for this one. We're going to take it as low as we can possibly go for you. Add it to your order price. Oh my days. £9.95 for you. That's a Sunday price tag if ever I've seen one. Forget the Monday blues tomorrow, because it's the start of the working week and you had an extra day off last week. That's got to make you smile, hasn't it? £9.95 for you. Get involved on the phone lines and on the web today. 0800 644 655. VXGC67 is your code for this one. Hold those lines. They're gorgeous. I love those. Some more ribbon. And some gemstones. Oh, hello. Oh, look at these colours.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Beautiful. Gorgeous colours you've got there. Very turquoisey. Turquoise and aquamarine hues you've got there. Aurora Borealis. Northern Lights. Northern Lights. 30 metres of your turquoise jade satin ribbon, and 3 millimetres, and your amethyst graduated gemstones you've got there as well. You have 75 carats of your amethyst there, 6x4 to 11 by 5 millimetres in size, 34 centimetre strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's a good 40 gemstones. Good. Do you know what? That says amethyst. I beg to differ. That looks very much like Ametrine to me. Can you see all the citrine hues in there? I mean, I'm going to go with amethyst because that's what it says on the graphicals. But I am seeing, I don't know if you've seen that on screen, I can certainly see it from up here. Completely natural. 100% natural. It wouldn't surprise me, but we'll go with amethyst because that's what it says on the graphicals. They are gorgeous. And a big carat weight there as well. 75 carats. In fact, they'd work really well with the sunstone and the, was it agate that we just had? I can't remember now. Those shapes, carnelian, that was it, I beg your pardon. They'd work fabulously, wouldn't they? You could create them into the same design, incorporate them into the same design. Beautiful cluster maybe in a ring. Maybe add some chain in there. Earrings, 3 or 4 of these dropping down. Cascade of amethyst. That'd look gorgeous, wouldn't it? Let's take them down. If the last price is anything to go by, I think I need a chair. Should have been £15.85, but not today. £9.95 for you. What a steal of a deal. 0800 644 655 ORGC67 is your code for this one. £9.95. Do you know what? Just the strand of gemstones alone. If Liam said, Hannah, guess the price tag of the amethyst, I'd go with £19.95 just for that strand alone. Easily, and you've got your ribbon there as well. How many metres have we got on the ribbon? 30 metres on each of those. That's a lot of ribbon, isn't it? Phenomenal. Hold those lines. Gorgeous. Okie dokies. Silver ribbon. Oh, okay. Blue. Royal blue. Wowzers. Look at these. Do you know what? All of these strands, they're just fab. All of these bundles, you could use them all together if you wanted. All these different colours, all these beautiful gemstone. Wow, look at these. Tiger's Eye, it's one of my favourite gemstones. It's a gemstone that's really, really on trend. If you saw any of the images or any of the footage from London Fashion Week, it's all about these colours this season. Tiger's Eye for me is just such a magnificent gemstone that is not used and talked about enough at all. They are beautiful. You've got 85 carats of your Tiger's Eye and 80 carats of your blue chalcedony. The chalcedony family, your blue chalcedony, your pinks, your greens, any of them, they've got this fabulous inner glow to the gemstone, which is basically down to the diaphanity, which is basically the transparency. And what that does, it just allows light to travel really, really slowly through that gemstone, so it creates this beautiful ethereal inner glow on its way, and that I just love. Look at those colours. They are gorgeous. And you've got your satin cord there as well, your satin ribbon, navy satin ribbon. They've got 30 metres again here. Do you know what? I'd have to get these all. I couldn't choose.
They all go really beautifully with each other as well. They do all go obviously with the kit, because if you put that sort of the blue colour in with the silver, it's going to just look gorgeous.
Oh, look at that.
But it's going to change it. It's going to make it more. It makes me think of ocean waves then.
Yeah.
So that's something that you could maybe put a little saying on those charms if you wanted to, or you know, it changes the look of it, doesn't it?
It really does, doesn't it? And they're great, these gemstones as well. The shape of these gemstones, great for the charms as well off the chain as well, aren't they? Really beautiful, and they're perfect with the kit, perfect with your moonstone and your labradorite there as well. Let's take this one down. We're still in bargain town. We're not leaving today, by the way, just so you know. £9.95. Is the button stuck, Liam? £9.95, incredible deal for you. Do you know what? I couldn't. This is why I think the help group has been set up on Facebook, the Jewellery Makers Anonymous, because you know, I can see why it's so difficult for you when we're bringing you such incredible deals. If you've got one, how can you leave the others out? You know, that would be my thinking. I want them all. I want all these different coloured ribbons. I want all these gemstones. Gorgeous. Let's bring you the silver then. The silver ribbon and smoky quartz and clear quartz for you. Again, do you know what? I'm just going to put the clear quartz and the smoky quartz in with the chain and the crescents there as well, because any of them go, don't they? They work beautifully. And even just one of those gemstones, Laura, hanging off one of the moons there would look really pretty, wouldn't it, in earrings?
Your little drops or something, like little droplets.
They're gorgeous. You've got 70 carats of your clear quartz, 85 carats of your smoky quartz, and you've got 30 metres of your silver grey satin ribbon there, again at 3mm. I'd have to get them all. There's so many fabulous colours of the ribbon that we've bought you. Really, really pretty. And all of these gemstones can be used with this kit as well, alongside the kit. Those shapes are phenomenal. MWGC 83. MWGC83 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Let's do this. As low as we can go again for you. Oh, I told you it was stuck, didn't I? £9.95, as low as we can go. Every penny, every pound. How many carats have we got in total? 155? 155 carats of genuine gemstones. And you've got your satin cord there as well. Just incredible, incredible deals all morning, all afternoon and all night long here at Jewellery Maker. The very best of luck in checking those out. Okay. Wire. Have I got peridot here as well? Oh my days. Okay, so this is to go with the first kit that we had. So you have, oh, we've got to bring it on. Oh, well, I say we, Liam did. You've got 10 metres of your 1mm gauge gold coloured wire there, and I think that's your 0.25 you've got there as well. Yeah. Your 0.25 there as well. Loads of what the wire deals that we had this weekend have been incredible. Let's give you 70 carats of peridot as well, shall we? I love this gemstone so much. That colour is so vivid. Saturation of colour is just incredible. It's hard to believe that that's a completely natural gemstone, isn't it? It is. It's the only gemstone other than a diamond to be formed in the mantle of the earth. All of the gemstones are formed in the crust. Just diamonds and peridot formed in the mantle of the earth. The saturation is incredible. For me, I always think of peridot, you know, it's not particularly a rare gemstone, but I always think of this as a collector's gemstone because it is very unique, because it's formed in the same part of the earth where diamonds are formed. I always think of it as a collector's gemstone. It is incredibly beautiful. With your citrine, with your smoky quartz, stunning. We're going down to a should-be price tag. 10 metres of your 1mm gauge and 15 metres of your 0.25mm gauge. Oh my days. Should be at £13.35. If we say should be, you know what that means? Oh, Liam, no. 25 metres of wire. Can I just say, if I was let's say I used that many of the peridot and of that whole strand and created some earrings, some drop earrings, they wouldn't be less than £10. They wouldn't be. And look at what you've got left. All of that peridot and all of that wire there as well. £6.95. Add it to your order price tag. Or again, if you've been sat there all day waiting for that deal, waiting for that excuse to come in, it's definitely this afternoon. Your citrus sun, your gold coloured wire, 0.25mm and your 1mm gauge, and 70 carats of natural peridot. £6.95. Now, when we were upstairs in the office earlier, we looked at Facebook, didn't we? And people were asking about findings and clasps with wire. Laura, you were going to show us something, weren't you?
Yeah, I'll show you something. Sorry, I was just saying, when you had those little drops,
yeah,
I was thinking of a cloud.
Yeah.
So you could form them into a little cloud shape and drill them and wire them together, and then you could put little drops of the clear and was it chalcedony?
The chalcedony, yeah.
Chalcedony, and you could put little drops of them to be around. Sorry, I was just...
Imagine that as a pendant.
Yeah.
Like a
and again, just off the train. Sorry, I just thought I'd say, because when you were saying about it, was just, I was thinking of clouds, and you could put every cloud has a silver lining somehow into it. I don't know. So just an idea. Sorry, went off the...
I love that.
But I just thought I'd just say it whilst it was in my mind.
Don't apologise. We want more.
So, yeah, I'm just going to show you quickly how you can make a couple of your own findings. Okay. Just a bit of... how much mess can I make? There's a space. This is how I work at home. If I find a space, it's fine. So there's a couple of gauges of wire. So what you would use for findings as such, for earring findings, there's a choice of 0.6 or 0.8. Right. Personally, I go for 0.8, okay, just because I find it's got a little bit more strength to it. And it holds its shape a bit better, but you can use 0.6. Okay. I would just say that I would recommend just very lightly hammering it, or going over it with your pliers, just give it a bit more strength.
Okay.
If you're using sterling silver, 0.6 is got. If you're using a hard sterling silver, it holds its shape a lot better. So you know it's just about the right material. So for earring findings, I would say use I would use 0.8. Now I'm using a 1mm just because I happen to have it here. Okay, so I'm going to show you just how to make some earring findings, and then I'm going to just show you quickly how to make some nice simple clasps. So if you're going to make some earrings, what you want to do is cut your wire 1 and 2. I tend to, obviously I often guess it's probably about 4 inches there, okay. And you want them both to be the same size. And you want to kind of work them as best as you can as a pair. So I'm just going to put them down. Just going to get some pliers. So there's a couple of simple ones you can do. You can do a little tiny loop at the bottom, like this, so it's like a little P. Okay, take your pliers back in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the opposite direction to the direction that the P is facing in. I'm trying to do this backwards for you. I'm just going to bring that wire back up. Okay, so you have that shape, like a little swan. Okay, repeat on the other side. Try and do these, if you do one section, then do on the other pair, and then you're likely to get a more symmetrical pair. Okay, turn it around, bring that up. Now obviously it depends where you place your wire on your pliers is going to make a difference on the size of this section here. So try and, you can mark your wires with, sorry, your pliers. See, I've got it back now, haven't I? I got rid of it for a while, it's back. With marker pen, and then you'll get that consistency. Okay, then take them both. And this is why I do this bit first, and then I know that they're the same. When I do this next stage, I know that I'm going to get the same shape and size of the loop, the actual hook itself, because it does make a difference with earring finders. If you get them slightly off, your drops can be different, and then it can throw the whole look completely. So it is worth taking the time. Now I've just got standard bell pliers, and they're the slightly larger ones. I think they're the 6 and 8 mils. I'm going to use the larger side. Pop my pliers in just above, so that the small loop's sitting on the actual bottom plier. Can you see that? Yeah. And then I'm just going to fold them over like that. You remove them, you've got your findings, okay? And again, then my general rule of thumb is, so make sure they're sitting how you want them to be. Get them both the same sort of size. My rule of thumb is I'll go just slightly below, so I'll probably go about 1 centimetre below that loop. Now I'm cutting these with the flat side of my pliers. That's going to give me a nice straight edge. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my flat nose pliers and just take the edge, kick them out.
Wow.
And there's your nice little pair of earring findings. Another nice little tip for doing this is if you place them over, now bear in mind I have used a thicker gauge, so I wouldn't have used this for an actual pair of earrings. I would use 0.8. So I would just lightly, very lightly, watch your fingers. I know it sounds obvious, but I have done it. Gently hammer, because you don't want to flatten them, you just want to strengthen them. Now when you buy a pair of earrings, you'll often find that this little curved section here is flat, so you can, even on a 0.8, go and flatten that one section. It's filed out like that, you can just about see, and then that will give you a nice finish, and it is just like a normal pair of earrings then, okay? So that's a nice, and what's good about this is you can make interchangeable earrings. So if you had, bear with me a second, say these ones, we'll put this down a minute, right? So these ones, where I've done a charm on a jump ring. I won't be able to get off now. There we go. What you can do is you could have different symbols or different words or whatever, and then even if you don't make jewellery, if you were to buy these, all you'd have to do is gently push it to the side and pop it on, or feed it on onto the back part there and pop it on there, and then you've got interchangeable, oops, they're the wrong way around, but you get the idea. You've got interchangeable earrings that anybody would be able to change these, which means it's a nice selling point as well, so you would be able to go. And all that you could just say to whoever you're giving it to or selling it to is, all you have to do is just gently open that like that, take it off, replace it, and there's your interchangeable earrings on a nice finding. And you could hang a charm from there as well if you wanted. So, you know, they're a really nice standard, nice little pair of earring findings, really.
And that looks so, I mean, they look like, you know, a lot of work's gone in the precision and the consistency, and that's why you need the pliers and everything with them, so you get that consistency, make sure they're exactly the same as well. So they look fab, they do. Yeah, they're really cool, and you can use anything like your mandrel, you can even use your ring mandrel, you'd get a nice, more rounded earring finding, like that kind of shape, which you could then just cut. Do a loop. She makes it look so easy, doesn't she?
Well, there you go, look, and there's another little pair of earring findings.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. The last wire pack that we had, that bundle sold out, oversubscribed actually. But I've got some more for you. I've got the antique bronze here. Again, that's the 0.25 and the 1mm gauge in the antique bronze that you've got there. And look at this, your green onyx. Oh my gosh, do you know what, this colour just makes me go funny. It really does. It is the colour that every emerald would dream to be. Look at that. Oh, that is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. My favourite gemstone in the whole world is emerald, so this colour for me is just the cream of the crop. Emerald City Green. Look at that. Oh, I love them. 80 carats of your green onyx you've got here. Your graduated irregular plain drops. 6x4 to 9x5mm in size, 36cm strand you've got there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's a good 40 gemstones there. Look at that colour. Just gorgeous. For me, earrings, definitely, they'd look beautiful. And you've got your antique bronze coloured wire. Now, I think something happened while I was on holiday with the prices of wire, because yesterday we did some of the most ridiculous deals I think I've ever seen, and it looks like we're doing them again today as well. Don't really know what's going on, but I'm not going to worry about that anyway. Should be 10:35. Oh my gosh. Get ready to check out. Add to your order 1 P&P in any one day. We're going down. We are going down. See, the computer doesn't even like it, Liam. I think it should stop now. £6.95. £6.90. You've got 15, 25, 25 metres of your antique bronze coloured wire there as well. That's a lot of wire to be working with. And these green onyx, they are dreamy. I'm absolutely loving those. Kimmy in Hampshire, you've got yours, well done. Anonymous in Somerset. Keshi in Surrey, well done. Susan in Texas, you are absolutely flying in on the web right now for this deal. I am not surprised in the slightest. Anonymous in Greater Manchester. Raymond and Joanne in Devon. Leslie in Gloucestershire. Anonymous in Surrey, well done to you. Dawn in Newport, you've just checked out. Congratulations. Leslie in Gloucestershire. Loads. Do you know what? I've been multi-buying. £6.95. I'd be getting as much as this, of the wire that I could possibly get into my stash. And these gemstones, that green, it's my favourite colour. I just absolutely love it. Susan in Dorset, well done. Rachel in New York, you've just joined me on the web. Joan in Derbyshire, Deborah in Leicestershire. Ina in Lanarkshire, you've just checked out on the web. Flying out of the door, GZ GC40. We've got one more stamping kit, have we? Oh. More numbers and special characters. And this is the aerial. We had what was I going to say? I have no idea.
Penguin fancy
Penguin
one.
fancy, thank you, Laura. I'm still going to job somebody's with it today.
Because I wanted them to reason I remember.
RTGX45. We've shown you, I say we again, the royal we. Laura has shown you so many techniques today, how to do, and Laura is very, very new to stamping as well. So it's your second time today, really.
Well, it's my first time of properly doing it. So yeah, I've dabbled, I've stamped my children's names into something, that's been it.
Wow.
But yeah, that's been done using those.
Incredible.
So they're, you know.
Incredible, incredible piece. Have a look at that. So Laura's just stamped, that's their anniversary. 15th is the 1st, 01.
It's our unofficial anniversary.
Oh, unofficial. Is that when you got together?
Yeah.
Oh. Isn't it funny how us girls can always remember that day and men can't?
Actually, he's pretty good. He remembers 15/01/01.
Does he?
Yeah, he does, yeah. We always do a little celebration or we have a little meal or something.
That's lovely. That is. And your wedding anniversary. I like that because generally when you get married you forget the other one,
yeah,
don't
you go for your wedding, don't you? You don't forget about when you actually got together. But
I like that. I'm going to go home and say Laura Binding does it, so we
so
still are.
You have to.
Yes. Your number and punctuation stamping punch set here. RTGX45 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Let's go down. £6.95. Again, add it to your order price tag. Why would you not get on? We've brought you everything possible, I think, today for you to get on with your stamping. We do try our hardest, don't we? Get the DVD as well. We even brought you the DVD, didn't we? To help you along your way, as well as some tutorials on YouTube and on our website as well. I'm sure you can find lots of information there. 0800 644 655. Make sure you're checking out your baskets. Incredible. Debbie in Gloucester says, I remembered our 14th anniversary of our date the other day, 2 days early. I don't think my hubby will ever let me forget it long. Oh,
That's so sweet though.
I know, but I remember the day that we got together. Do you know where we went for our first date? The Golden Arches.
We didn't even have a date.
How romantic. How romantic.
We didn't even have a date.
Didn't you?
No, not really. We were just friends and...
Oh, I just got together, just hooked up.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you remember the day that you actually very first met him?
No, he was in St John Ambulance.
Oh, right, okay.
And he was my officer. It sounds really romantic, doesn't it? It's not. He was my friend's. He's known my friend since she was 10, so I wanted to join, so we kind of got. That's how I got to know him.
I like a nice love story. Can't wait. I met my other half here. That's the worst of it. We have loads more. You wouldn't believe the couples that have got together in these towers, honestly. We have loads more. I made it sound really unromantic, didn't I? It's how things happen, isn't it? Anyway, we've got loads more deals coming up for you in just a few minutes' time, so don't go anywhere. I've got another round with you, I think. Yes, I have. Lowest price ever when we come back. I think I should go now. I'll see you soon.
Hi, my name's Kelly Higgins. I've been on the Introduction to Silver Clay workshop today with Tracy Spurgeon, and we've learnt how to make a couple of pendants, and just taking the skills of how to work silver clay right the way from opening the package to firing, different methods for firing, a little bit of history of how silver clay was made. And we've got 2 or 3 pieces to take away with us, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to do it. It's a fab day, and I recommend anybody to have a go.
Join guest designer Gemma Crow as she brings you a fascinating DVD that teaches you how to create all of your important findings that are essential to everybody's collection. Gemma will take you through step by step to create all of your finishing touches that bring your pieces to life, essential for all jewellery makers. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Today I've been on the beginner's wire work course with Louise, and it's been absolutely fantastic. We started off with quite simple techniques in the morning and worked on throughout the day until we got to doing things like making rings, which is the first wire wrap ring I've made successfully so far, onto more difficult techniques like the pendant wrapping, which again is my first ever pendant wrapping. Louise is excellent, she's clear instruction. There's plenty of time for her to get around the small class to give you personal tuition and tell you where you may be going wrong, or give you an idea of what you should do with your designs.
Join the jewellery making fun with this fantastic In the Mix DVD. This DVD includes 4 different techniques with 4 different guest designers. Debbie Bulford shows us how to create elegant polymer clay pendants. Laura Binding is here to show us a beautiful wire-wrapped ring. Mark Smith with his fantastic macrame earrings using beading thread and gemstones. And finally Liz Welch with jewel enamel pendants. You'll be surprised just how many different ways there are to make new and exciting pieces of jewellery. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker. The fastest way to shop with JewelleryMaker is by going to our website. Just click on the Sign Up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Whoa, I spied something, Liam. Oh my gosh. I've just got all goosebumpy. I'm just going to give you a quick flash of these. Are incredible. Oh my gosh, I love them. I want them. There's not going to be enough, is there? 16. Oh, they were very popular, understandably. They are magnificent. Oh my gosh. Wow. Not long for those. Oh, love them. Loads of treats coming up for you this hour. Absolutely tons. And I think have you got a challenge going on over there, Laura? A little challenge going on over there. So we'll have a look at that at the end of the show. See how our lovely Laura is getting on over there. Right then, Liam. Lowest price ever section. This scares me, but we're going to do it anyway. Okie dokies. Let's have a look. Oh, look at these. These are stunning rounds. Aren't these beautiful? Check out your list of 75 carats of your green amethyst. Your graduated faceted rounds here, 6 to 7 millimetres in size, 18 centimetre strand. They are stunning with your purple amethyst, with your pink amethyst, with your citrine, with your peridot. Oh, they'd look gorgeous, wouldn't they? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27 individual gemstones you've got here. And look at that. The lighter the brighter. Ever heard that expression? That means that with a lighter gemstone, you get so much brilliance, so much light. Basically, if a gemstone is lighter, it will allow more light to travel through that gemstone. Basically, the light that comes from within the gemstone we refer to as brilliance. With a light gemstone, like aquamarine, like your green amethyst here, you will see so much brilliance, so much sparkle. I just love that. You've got 75 carats of your green amethyst here. They are stunning rounds. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen green amethyst rounds. It is quite a rarity, I think, to have rounds with green amethyst, as opposed to drops or your briolette cut gemstones, something like that. They're gorgeous. They really are beautiful. Simple bracelet, little charm in there maybe. Wouldn't that look fab? Really beautiful. 0800 644 655 would be charming, says our Paul. He's doing the wrong job, you are, Paul. That's so funny. BQCI 93. Let's go down. Let's show you where we should be. Absolutely. Right, so why were you doing it then? Yeah. Right. Basically, Liam's just said it's never been dropped in price. This. So why were you doing it? It's the lowest price ever. It's how we roll. That's just how we roll. We are going down. They are gorgeous. £14.95. Georgina in Oxfordshire, you are there. Earrings. 2 delicate earrings. Long drop on these. Do you know what? They just ooze glamour, don't they? They really, really do. They are beautiful. What would you do with these, Laura?
Yeah, earrings, ring, and those smoky quartz that you had earlier. That is just, to me, an ideal combination. I did say to you, didn't I? Praise Light, love it. It's one of my. It is one of my favourite gemstones because it's just that stunning, subtle shade of green.
It is
just beautiful,
isn't it? Really, really subtle, really pastel shade. That's gorgeous. Hold them lines. If you've got that in your basket, just make sure you're checking out. Loads of you there. Good luck with that one. Okay. Oh, hang on. There was me early on talking about the rarity of fire opal. I've only gone and got it twice in one day. Check you in the special cupboard, Liam. Wow. Not Liam's in the special cupboard. Liam's been in the special cupboard. I'll rephrase that. Liam has been in the special cupboard to get us some great gemstones today where we keep all of the special things. Absolutely. I was saying earlier on how rare fire opal was, and I've got it back again. I can't remember. I don't think I've ever had this twice in one day before. Incredible. Fire opal, beautiful gemstone, has the most fantastic inner glow. And you can see why it's referred to as fire opal, can't you? That is just beautiful, like burning embers within that gemstone. That colour is fantastic. You've got those real deep, rich reds there. You've got beautiful glowing oranges, yellows there as well. They are stunning. If you want to take this strand apart and get all those colours, colour match them up, you could do that indeed. But I like this just as it is. In a necklace, this would just look divine, wouldn't it? With your maxi dress in the summer. Perfect. 35 carats of your fire opal. You've got graduated faceted rundowns here, 3x1 to 6x2 millimetres in size, 21 centimetre strands you've got here. They are gorgeous. I'm just loving. Also never been dropped in price tags. In tight price tags? Oh my gosh, honestly. It's wearing off, I think. Oh my gosh. Just forget it. I'm just going to let you talk, Laura. Do you just want to do the rest? We'll swap places. I'll do the challenge.
Yeah, it's normally me that's got the bad words. See, it sounds like let's show. It's going to be a good
Who spent something in the aircon? Stop it. 0800 644 655 ZERU 94 should be price. We'll just edit that bit out, Laura, don't worry. £24.95 for fire opal collector's gemstone we are looking at here. Incredible. Do you know what I'm just trying to think? 35 carats of fire opal. I'm just trying to think on our sister channels about fire opal, because it is a collector's gemstone. I don't think I've ever seen fire opal set into silver. I can't be 100% sure. I don't think I've ever seen fire opal. Have you, Paul? Set into solid sterling silver? I'm thinking gold. It's nearly always in gold. $14.95. $14.95 for 35 carats. This is a gemstone that we're not generally setting into sterling silver. I can't think of a single piece that I've ever seen in sterling silver. I could be wrong, but the majority I know is set into gold, because it's a collector's gemstone. It's beautiful. £14.95 for such a massive, massive carat weight. ZERU 94 with your chalcedony. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. $800 644 655. ZERU 94. Lots of you on the phone lines and on the web. Just make sure you're checking out your baskets for this one. That is an incredible deal. I'm going to ask you actually, and Liam just said, you know what, I've just found one on our website in solid sterling silver. What carat weight is it? 1.85 carats. A ring? 1.85 carats. What's the price tag? £57. Okay, this is on our website, on a fire opal ring. Liam was like, I'll throw one in silver after what I've just said. However, it's 1.85 carats, 1.85 carats, a fraction of what we are looking at here. It's at £57, and that's a Gemporia price tag. That's incredible for fire opal jewellery. And look at what we've just brought you. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's tourmaline. Have a look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, do you know what? I don't think I've ever seen green tourmaline here at JewelleryMaker. Do you have this a lot? I honestly don't think I've ever seen green tourmaline here at JewelleryMaker. Now, this is one of my favourite gemstones. It's in my top 6. My top 6 gemstones are all green gemstones. Green tourmaline is just one of the most beautiful gemstones. It really is. The colour, those deep, rich forest green hues that you have with this. Now, I'm just trying to think the last time I saw green tourmaline was in a Larique design on one of our sister channels. Larique being a very exclusive collection here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, either one of a kinds or very limited edition. And that was the last time that I saw green tourmaline. I didn't even know that you had this gemstone here at Jewellery Maker. Now, have you ever heard of a gemologist, famous gemologist called George Frederick Kunz? It was actually this gemstone that put him on the gemology map. George Frederick Kunz, basically by the age of 23, he was the vice president, he was the chief gem buyer for Tiffany & Co, and it was all because of this gemstone. He came across this gemstone, fell head over heels, decided one day to take a chance and just knock on the door of Tiffany & Co in New York, see if Charles Tiffany was there, as you do. But luckily for him, he was there, and he agreed to see George Frederick Kunz. And the rest, as they say, is history, because Charles Tiffany fell in love with the gemstone too, and then by the age of 23, George Frederick Kunz was the chief gem buyer, vice president for Tiffany & Co because of this gemstone. It is just incredible. And these nuggets, they're just beautiful. Again, you know, to have in your stash along with the nuggets that we had earlier on, they're just that perfect addition, I think, you know, for making that gorgeous pair of earrings, maybe simply restranded with your maxi dress. They're going to look fabulous. Green tourmaline, and again 90 carats. Wow, we're looking at a hefty carat weight here. 2x1 to 8x2mm in size, 83 centimetre strand you've got here. So effectively we're looking at a double strand, aren't we? You know, double strand, 2 strands if you like. That is a long strand. I'm going to hold this up actually, Paul, if I can. Just simply restranded, maxi dress, gorgeous. I love that. Do you know what? It's kind of too many carats to simply restrand. I want to make a few pieces with this, to be quite honest. In fact, I'm just going to multi-buy. 0800 644 655. Should be, would be, with price dropping like they're hot. I don't like it. £14.95 for you. Incredible, incredible deal. XNSF12 is your code for this one. Oh my word. Do you know what? I'm looking down and I'm like seeing kryptonite greens coming through here. They are incredible. Depth of colour is phenomenal. Get this home and have a look. Can I just say as well, this is completely natural green tourmaline. That is a rarity. That really is rare. £8.95 for you. 0800 644 655. Get this home. Have a look at this in natural daylight. You won't believe the colour that's coming from these gemstones. They're gorgeous. Fabo. Love them. Have you seen green tourmaline before here, Laura, at Jewellery Maker?
Not actually on its own.
Not on its own.
So I've had tourmaline, and I've had, you know, where it's mixed and you get the odd one, but I haven't actually had a whole strand of green tourmaline.
Oh my gosh, I want it. The cabochons, you say, Liam? Cabochons, these are fab. Look at these. Do you know what? These are really, really sizable as well. Now you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9. I can't guarantee you the number of cabochons that you will get, but I can guarantee you 730 carats of your coffee jasper you've got here. Oh my gosh, I love them. Statement ring. Oh yes. Whoopsie. Look at that. That's just fab. I'm loving that. Look at these shapes and sizes. These are beautiful. Gorgeous pendants. Oh my word. Do you know what? One of these, a simple bit of wire work there, maybe long drop on some chain, cord, whatever you like. You've got to be looking at a price tag, you know, depending on the work, the wire, maybe £15 to £25. What do you think, Laura?
Yeah, I mean, they're stunning, aren't they? Simply cage them so you don't lose that detail.
Yeah.
And like you say, if you sold them for like £12 for a simple cage stone on a long piece of chain or cord, they're just amazing. I absolutely love them. They look awesome on that copper sheet as well.
Oh,
if you did like something like the one I'm wearing.
Yes, they would, wouldn't they? Those collars. The colours is what I was going to say. Yeah, the pinks within the cabochons and the pinker hues within your copper as well. They'd really complement each other beautifully, wouldn't they? 0800 644 655. I think my head's still in Cyprus, in all fairness. Come on. I literally got off the plane and came to work. 0800 644 6. No one feels sorry for me at all. Not anybody. ELNV42. Let's show you a shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's a phenomenon. Do you know what? For one of the, in fact, the cabochon that I'm holding up now, That's a huge cabochon. Me personally, I've got to go with a minimum of £25 just for this one alone. It's absolutely huge. Louise in Essex, Julie in West Sussex, Anonymous in Greater London, Anonymous in Somerset, Ina in Lanarkshire, you're back in on the telephone lines, well done to you. Edwina in Greenwich, you've just joined me on the website there as well. £17.95. You've got your money back on one cabochon. Did you say we're going lower? I hope you did, because I just said we did. £11.95. Are you kidding me? Let's go back then. We'll go back to the smallest cabochon here. Smallest cabochon in a ring. What do you think then, Laura, price-wise?
It depends how you wrap it. If you just did it with a little bit of wrapping, you'd be looking at about £18, probably something like that. You know, those are sizable cabochons.
They're huge, aren't they?
And they are, you get a fair few there, and they're really, really pretty. But even if you don't want to do a simple cage and you want to do a little bit, because of the size of them, it's a perfect opportunity to do a bit of weaving.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to detract from the pattern, but it gives you a good practice as well, so that you don't go straight. If, you know, I know a lot of people are new to wrapping cabochons. You know, you can create it quite simple, do a decorative weave, but you're not going to detract from it. And you've got a large workspace as well to work with.
I love these. They're so sizable as well, aren't they? They're huge. Michelle in West Midlands, you've got yours. June, Julie, well done. Barb, you're then. Joanne in Midlothian, you're there as well. Loads of you. Just make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Ooh, have a look at this for a treat. Woo! This is gorgeous. And you have a big carat weight, your Heliodor here, absolutely stunning. 35 carats. Look at that glow. Look at the brilliance from within this gemstone. This is phenomenal. With your peridot, do you know what, with your green tourmaline. Gorgeous, look at those colours together. That is stunning, isn't it? They look fab, really do. You have 35 carats of your Heliodor here, 4x2 to 5x3 millimetres in size. Oh my gosh, that colour. That is intense, isn't it? That's beautiful. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's a good 60, 70 gemstones in this strand. Every single one faceted beautifully there for you as well. They are stunning. So not only have you got the brilliance, the light coming from within inside the gemstone, you've got the lustre, which is the light reflected from the surface of the gemstone. The performance of light here is fantastic. If you want something that sparkles beautifully, my goodness me, do you have it here. Take maybe 6 of these, pop them in a long drop on some earrings. They'd look gorgeous, wouldn't they? Restranded onto a bracelet. How delicate. Delicate colour, delicate design. That would look fabulous, wouldn't it? TBYY35 is your code for this one. They are gorgeous. 0800 644 655. 45 minutes until the lovely Vicky Field joins you. We've got 45 minutes more left of deals. Doesn't make any sense, does it? None whatsoever. TBYY35. Let's go down as low. Are we still doing? Yeah. Of course, $29.95, absolutely. All day, every day, except for today. What's the date today? Is it the 23rd? 31st. Of course it is. It's 1st of June, so I don't know where I am. I don't know what I'm doing. £19.95. It's June tomorrow. 21 days, Laura. It's the longest day. And you know what that means? Nights are going to start drawing back in.
Wow.
I don't like that. That scares me a lot. Half the year, where has it gone? It's because I've spent most of it counting down to my holiday. Now that's gone. Another holiday. Liam said, what's your next big thing? Another holiday. Absolutely. I was looking at flights when I woke up this morning. My other half was like, what are you doing? I've got the real, I always find, I don't know about you, Laura, but the need for a holiday is like, you're like, oh, I need to get away, I need to get away, I need to get away. But I'm so much worse when I come back than before I went.
Don't know what a holiday is.
Oh, I'm just going to shut up then, Laura,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I am worse when I come back. I'm like, oh, but I had such a good time, I don't want it to end. 1995, hold those lines. Fabulous deal for you there. Oh, look at these beauties. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are stunning. Huge rounds. Look at that colour. The best amethyst in my opinion. A Zambian amethyst, completely natural. The colour is phenomenal. I was saying yesterday when we had the very first parcel of Zambian emeralds come into the building, it was literally by appointment only. We went to Steve's office, Steve Bennett, who is the CEO here at the Genuine Gemstone Company. The majority, and I say the majority, there was only, I'm going to say a maximum of 30 designs in his office. That's all we had. Majority of them set into 18 karat gold. That's what this gemstone deserves. And I remember Steve saying then it's the finest Zambian he had, finest Zambian amethyst he had ever seen. The colour is just phenomenal. Completely natural. We couldn't get any more amethyst if we tried, could we? That colour is just beautiful. NRPO 75, they're huge, 12mm rounds. Just one of these. A bit of wire work there maybe. Simple ring, that would look gorgeous. Now where we should be for this strand is already too low in my opinion. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 33 approximately. Should be at $9.95. You are kidding me. We're not staying at $9.95. Oh no. We're going lower. Oh, I don't want to look. I'm scared. One ring. Oh, come on, Laura. A simple ring. It's going to be a minimum of £10, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
They're huge.
Pair of earrings and a pendant, or you could probably put 5 next to each other, bit of jump rings in between, and then just chain.
Oh.
That would be all you'd need, and that would look beautiful. I would go with copper.
I love them. Do you know what? There's that many of you multi-buying. Over half the stock has gone already, and there's loads of you with these in your baskets. They are full. I'm not surprised. Look what you've done, Liam. Denise in Nottinghamshire, well done. Jackie in Northamptonshire, Anonymous in Surrey, you've got 2. Anonymous in Essex, you've got 3. I so would. That is incredible, isn't it? The opportunity to get this many gemstones, this big a carat weight for such a small price tag. If everybody checks out now, it's a gold. Okie dokie. Oh! Oh! Look at these. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've never seen this gemstone before either here on JewelleryMaker. Nope. Spessartite garnet. Completely natural. Now, if you think of, you know, citrine, we're looking at a fabulous hue with citrine, aren't we? Spessartite garnet, it literally makes my mouth water. It is so sumptuous, this colour. It is fabulous. And it's 100% natural. Just look at this. Can you imagine, for 1 minute, being in that mine and coming across this gemstone? The colour, the inner glow, oh my gosh. You know, we forget really, with completely natural gemstones, this gemstone was mined with this colour. You know, we've not treated it. This is exactly as Mother Nature intended. This colour is exactly as the earth intended. The earth gave us this colour. That just absolutely blows my mind when I think about it too much. It really, really does. 15 carats of completely natural spessartite garnet you've got here. Graduated faceted rondelles, 2x1 to 3x2 millimetres in size, 18 centimetre strand you've got here. Just stunning. Never ever seen this before here at JewelleryMaker. You may have seen it yourselves, but I've never had the pleasure of bringing you this gemstone. It is beautiful. Absolute rarity. Every single one individually hand faceted there as well. Imagine, I know it's hard to forget the gemstone for a minute, but if you forget about the gemstone for a minute, just imagine the time it's taken to hand facet every single one of those gemstones. Now, you might think, well, it's only small, so probably not long. The smaller the gemstone, the more difficult it is to facet to perfection. A couple of years ago, a group of presenters went out to India, and they came back with the gemstones that they had tried to facet. And, you know, I'm not just... You know, I have said this to their faces, don't worry. But, you know, I was like, that looks like something off the car park. What is that? What is that? They were awful. absolutely awful. And they'd all spent a long time trying to facet these gemstones, but it just goes to show that actually, you know, our lapidarists are incredibly skilled. It's taken them years and years and years to get to this level. Even at this level, so much time has gone into bringing you this strand. For me personally, the price tag that we're going to doesn't even justify the time. Nowhere near. Not even the gemstone. With those together, you know, this is Spessartite garnet, this is a big carat weight. We should be talking 3 figures here, Liam, realistically. Anywhere else, yeah, 15 carats of Spessartite garnet, all that work that's gone in. Gems of Distinction collection here at the Genuine Gemstone Company. If you've ever seen it across any of our other channels, basically strands like this where every single gemstone is being hand faceted. When we launched the Gems of Distinction collection, good few years ago now, we would have been, you know, we were looking at 3-figure price tags. Sarah Bennett at one of our balls a couple of years ago had a Gems of Distinction necklace on and had an endless amount of compliments on that necklace. Gemstones just like this, hand faceted to perfection. We're talking high end, we're talking quality. Get your authenticity card, extra 50 pence if you add it to your order, or you can print it off yourself on the website free of charge. Let's take it down. I really don't want to look at this one. I'm not looking. Your price on your screen is your should be price. And now I might just have a little sneaky look. I'm guessing you probably went, this is JewelleryMaker, so I'm guessing you probably went about 99 for the should be. And we're probably about 59 now. I'm off. He wants to do the last half an hour. I'm going. You know, sometimes you think, why do I bother? £11.95, Liam. Honestly, that is, do you know what? There's so many of you. If you've got this in your basket, check it out. Do not hang around for this strand. They will go. I tell you what, and I'll tell you this now, if you don't take them, I'm going to multi-buy when I come off air. There is no way I am letting this go for £11.95. Are you joking? Liam just said we're making friends at these prices. Really? You don't say. £11.95. I tell you, this could be the last time that I work with Liam. I don't know if I want to work with him again after this. Anonymous in Staffordshire ×2, Anonymous in Essex ×2, Anonymous in Essex ×3, Edwina in Gwynedd ×2. Do you know what? This is what you need to be doing. You need to be multi-buying with this gemstone. £11.95. Please leave me at least one. That's all I ask. I don't think you spared a thought for me then, Liam. No, not whatsoever. No, didn't. Did you think about saving me one there? Did you give me a heads up on that price tag before we came on air? No. Tell you what, mate. Right, okie dokies. Oh, makes me think of holiday. Look at this colour. Apatite. Now this colour is everything a Pariba tourmaline dreams to be. If you've ever heard of Pariba tourmaline, it's a very, very rare form of tourmaline, one of the rarest, can fetch thousands and thousands of pounds in significant carat weights. This colour, in fact, our Ruth Lynette, one of our presenters, actually has a Pariba tourmaline this colour. It's the most incredible Pariba I've ever seen. And if everyone could be this colour, it would be. It's the most phenomenal. Look at that colour. That is, it's neon, isn't it? Incredibly beautiful. Apatite, oh my gosh, I love it. I just love it. It's so summery. With pearls, this looks incredible. With your citrine, this looks incredible. I'm loving this strand. So, in fact, do you know what? I just love every strand of apatite. I absolutely head over heels in love with this gemstone. And I have to say, before I came here to JewelleryMaker, it wasn't one of those that stood out so much for me, but it really does now. I think you're really lucky to be having this gemstone as much as you do here at JewelleryMaker. It's phenomenal. It's so summery, but the great thing about apatite is you can take it through the seasons, you know, to different craft fairs, your autumn craft fairs, your winter craft fairs. You can create that ice queen look with your apatite as well. Talking of ice queen look. Ooh, my goodness me. incredible. That's coming up very soon. Not many of those, unfortunately. 35 carats of your sky blue apatite here. Your irregular faceted ovals at 5x4 to 7x5 millimeters, 30 centimeter strand. With your citrine, this would look so summery, wouldn't it? Real pop of colour with the spessartite garnet, not spessartite garnet, sorry, hessonite that we had earlier on. Perfect match. Heliodor, what did I say? And then what did I say? Hessonite garnet, completely different gemstone, completely different colour. What I meant to say was Heliodor. Oh, do forgive me, you know, I see a lot in one day, don't I? Come on. 0800 644 655 SWYY 85 is your code for this one. Should be, wow, that's pretty impressive. I'm not really liking this hour so far. We're going down even lower. 0800 644 655. Incredible. 895. Again, do you know what? I want a bracelet. I want a bracelet with a little charm in there for the summer. Beautiful. This would have been lovely on my holiday. £8.95 for you. 0800 644 655. Cheryl in South Yorkshire, Ina in Lanarkshire, you're back in Weldon, Margaret in East Sussex, Eileen in Lanarkshire, Angela in Surrey. Loads of you filling your baskets here. Fill your basket. Just fill your basket. Make sure you check it out though. Incredible. Absolutely tons of you. In fact, there's a good 20 of you. Simone in Italy, you're back in. Good afternoon to you. Simone Clare in Cumbria. Anonymous in Somerset. It is so busy. I'll deliver to Anonymous in California. And then I'll go and see Simone in Italy. Brilliant. Number 11, let's have a little look. Oh, hello. Did you really, Paul? Never. Paul said he went to Devon and he found loads of amber on the beach. Did you say last week? Yeah, last week. Found loads of amber. I hope you picked it up and brought it all back. He said he did, and then his cleaner threw it away. Oh dear. Actually, interestingly enough, amber, most of our amber comes from Poland. Now, amber is the least dense gemstone of them all. The least dense gemstone of them all. Because of this, it can often be found floating in the sea and can be washed up on the shore, especially on the east coast, because a lot of it comes from Poland. But there you go. Paul said he found loads in Devon. Interestingly enough, I was watching a programme a few weeks ago and they were in Cornwall and they were looking for Amelite and they found loads of Amelite. I didn't even know that it could be found in Cornwall. Incredible. Anyway, but yeah, amber, the least dense of them all, incredible gemstone. We're talking millions of years of history locked inside a gemstone. You know, I always talk about the history of a gemstone, and something for me that I find absolutely mind-blowing to think, you know, if this gemstone could tell a story, oh my gosh. And a lot of you may already know that often you can find amber with little insects trapped inside. Basically, it's the fossilised tree sap. Tree resin, if you like, over time, you know, pressure and temperatures, little insects can be found in some of our, in fact, our amber rough that we've got in the museum has got a little insect in there. I keep promising to take it home for my son. He's watched Jurassic Park, so he wants to see this rough piece of amber. But it is a phenomenal gemstone. This, do you know what, I'd have to get a couple. Do you know what, I want one in a bracelet, cuff maybe. Wouldn't that look gorgeous? I want one in a pendant. I want one in a ring. In fact, we're really lucky to have this size, 25 by 18 millimeters in size. That is huge, isn't it? The pendant, the ring, statement look. Phenomenal. This is so popular on our sister channels, this gemstone. Anonymous in Gloucestershire, you've just checked yours out. Congratulations to you. I've got Kathleen in Lanarkshire, Edwina in Greenwich, you've just joined me on the web as well. You're going to have to be quick because we're taking it low. I'm going to do it, that's the price, that's the price. It's always passing the buck in. Tina in Northamptonshire, Angela in Surrey, Jean in Merseyside. Do you know what, there's too many of you on the web. People are going to miss out, I'm really sorry. You're going to miss out on this one, including me. Oh. Okay. There's only 16. As soon as the graphics come in, just check it out. Just check it out. These are phenomenal. Do you know what? Whenever it doesn't matter what gemstone it is, whenever I have these shapes, they absolutely fly out of the door. You've got to get these home. The colours, look at those. Sorry, look at those. So you've just cracked your laptop and your television screen. You've got blues, you've got lilacs, you've got pinks, you've got yellows. Elizabeth in Greater London, Tina in Leicestershire. Again, if you're filling your baskets, check out. Doesn't matter how many times you check in, I mean not you check in, you log in, you log out, only one P&P in any one day. I would be checking out as quickly as you possibly. Okay, we're going to have to bring the price in. They are going, and you are multi-buying. I just want to hold them up just for a minute. I know. Okay, Liam says he's got to go. I've got to go. $9.95, gone. So many of you missed out on that one. Love that. Okay. Righty-ho. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow! Oh my gosh! Look at these colours. Oh, these are fab. Wow. Just look at these. Bumper pack. Indeed. You have your elastic pack here. So you've got 10 meters of your light pink, 10 meters of your violet, 10 meters of your cream, 10 meters of your bright yellow, 10 meters of your light blue, 10 meters of your white, 10 meters of your hot pink, 10 meters of your beige, 10 meters of your light purple. That's 100 meters you've got there. That's going to go an incredibly long way. Laura, what would you use these for? What can you do?
They're really good for clear gemstones. Right. So, you know, your clear quartz, because the colour will reflect through it. Yeah. So it's really good if you want to do your festival or your fun, colourful jewellery. Yeah. You can keep your stones quite neutral. But also good if you've got rose quartz, put the pink in it. Yeah. Because then it's just going to go through and be the pink colour and enhance it a little bit more. You know, or you've got your amethyst, use your purple for the amethyst. You know, tie it in with the colour of the gemstone and it will really blend in then. And there's no obvious, it's an elastic. And then there's the obvious, isn't there? Kids. Yeah. You know, I've got blue for my son, I've got pink for my daughter, and then I've got the rest for myself.
Oh, I love that. Blue for my son, pink for my daughter, and the rest for me. They're for me. And they're great though, for your simple stretchy bracelets, they are just fab. There's 100 meters here as well. That's going to go so far. It's going to go 100 meters in fact. QNGP90 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Let's go down as low as we can. Do you know what? We've just been non-stop, I tell you. Jean in Cambridgeshire, Marilyn in Conwy, Louise in Essex, Anonymous in Essex, Danielle, Jessica in Hampshire. You've got yours. I'm not good at maths, but isn't that 69 pence a reel? 69 pence for 10 metres. That is ridiculous. Judith in Yorkshire, you've got 2. Well done to you. So in fact, Judith, you've got 2. You've actually got 20 reels on its way to you. Sylvia in Carmarthenshire, you've just checked out. Well done. Hillary in County Durham. Jean in Cambridgeshire, well done to you. You've got yours. Emma in Cumbria. Carol in Lancashire. Phyllis in Sussex. Sarah in Cambridgeshire. Tina in Nottinghamshire. You've all just joined me on the website, popping them in your baskets. Check them out. They're going quickly. That's 69 pence for 10 metres of your elastic there. That's an incredible deal. Use your 30-day money-back guarantee within your 30 days. Why not, you know, have a little look around. See if you can find anywhere else that will bring you deals like this. Genuine gemstones. Honestly, it's been bonkers this afternoon. It really has. Eleanor, you're back in. Well done. Veronica in Renfrewshire, you've just joined me as well. QNGP90. Wowzers. 10. Okay. Oh, look. Do you know what would go with these? I'm doing them. These are perfect for what we've just had. These are gorgeous. Look at these colours. Your Crackle quartz Aren't they pretty? 100 carats of your multicolour crackle quartz. Your carved flowers here, approximately 10 millimetres in size. Do you know what? This one here, you see this colour here? Isn't that a real Pad-Paracha colour? That's beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh, these would be fab for wish bracelets. Again, your festival jewellery, your children's jewellery, just perfect. One of those with your wire there, or some just simple beading thread. Maybe you might want to macrame that. Beautiful. You've got your purples, you've got your greens, you've got your pinks, you've got your neon apatite hues here, haven't you? Gorgeous, I love that. Emerald greens in there. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38. Approximately 39 gemstones there. Fabulous for that elastic we've just bought you. 100 carats of your multicoloured crackle quartz. Now what we do with this gemstone is we heat it up to real intense temperatures and then we cool it down really, really quickly to give you that crackled effect. It's really on trend. It's fabulous. And with this pop of colour that you've got here as well, they are spectacular. You've got a big carat weight. And we're going to go down to Bargain Town. Why are we going to leave? We're not going to leave. It's too much fun. £9.95. £9.95. 0800 644 655 JWGP. 32 is your code for this one. 10 millimetres in size. You could take those flowers off there if you wanted to. You could restrand them. You could simply colour match them as well. Maybe you might want to get take the pinks, take the purples, take the yellows out of there. Gorgeous. Maybe put your yellows with some citrine, your greens with some peridot, your blues with some apatite. Oh, they're stunning. Simple pair of earrings. It's one of those strands, isn't it, where you can have a really affordable pair of earrings. £5? Brilliant. Hold those lines. Now. Oh my gosh. Solid 925 sterling silver charms. Solid 925. Oh, our Laura's going to love these with what she's been doing today. Wow. There is absolutely tons in here. Oh, they are so pretty. So pretty. You've got 5 of your square brush charms, you've got 5 of your diamond brush charms, 10 of your leaf brush charms, 5 of your oval brush charms, 10 of your pear, and 5 of your marquise brush charms there as well. They are gorgeous. For me, charms, it's one of those things where I think you might be working on a design, you might be looking at it thinking there's something missing, there's something missing. It might be something as simple as just one charm that you want to add in there. And they are solid sterling silver, so don't forget these are going to add value to any design for you. And you know, as we've been saying all day, you know, certain calibre of gemstones, it's going to have to be, isn't it? It's going to have to be solid sterling silver. You know, if we're talking tanzanite, if we're talking sapphires, any of your big 5, rubies, emeralds, you can't compromise. They are so, so pretty. There's so many here. Aren't these gorgeous? I bet you'd love to get your hands on these, wouldn't you, Laura?
I would. They're gorgeous, aren't they? And again, that enables you to create that sort of high-end pair of personalised earrings or that high-end personalised gift, doesn't it? You could stamp initials on one of the blanks on each one, pop it on some sterling hooks, and you've got a real high-end piece of jewellery there.
They're gorgeous. Solid sterling silver as well. Just beautiful. You know, with like your strand of heliodor that we had earlier on, I was like, just, you know, simple bracelet, and then just add in a little charm there, and that is all it needs, and it's just stunning. Really beautiful. Look at that for a delicate look. Isn't that fab? So there is a total of 50 pieces that you've got here. That is a lot of charms, and they're solid 925 sterling silver. 0800 644 655, or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. Avoid those queues. It is very, very busy, especially with what we've been doing this afternoon. It's bonkers, Ali. And let's go down as low as we can for you. They're really sizable, aren't they, those? $36.95. We are at pennies per piece. Pennies for solid sterling silver. Do you know what? I'm going to take £5 for one of these charms. No matter what gemstone I put these with, I'm taking £5 just for my charm alone. Wouldn't that look fabulous just by itself? Gorgeous. You've got your ovals, you've got your squares there as well, you've got your leaves in here, you've got your diamond shapes, your marquee shapes. Look at that luster, incredible. $36.95. Hold those phone lines. We're going to have a look at Laura's challenge at the end of the show. How are you getting on with that, Laura?
I've done the main piece. Have you? Yeah, I'll just give you a sneak. Do you want to have a quick? Do you want me to turn it round?
A sneak?
Sneak.
Oh, Liam said no.
So it sneaked, it went round. You couldn't see it.
He doesn't mind. He said, all right. Wants to save it. Okay. Oh. Peacock keshi pearls. Oh, I can never pick these up, you know. I'll let you do that, Alex. Peacock keshi pearls. Have a look at these. These are gorgeous. Oh my word. These are so organic. Oh, I'm in love. I don't think I've seen peacock keshi pearls here before. No, I've had peacock peacock pearls. I've had the keshi pearls. I think I've had peacock keshi pearls. They are beautiful. 14 by 10 to 12 by 11 millimeters in size. They are stunning. Look at those colours. Gorgeous greens, beautiful pinks, purples coming through there as well. It's like a bubble, isn't it, when you blow a bubble and you get those colours on the surface, that gorgeous iridescence. Just fabulous. Really ornate look you've got here. Look at that. Simple bracelet for your holidays. Gorgeous. 0800 644 655. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 50 of your keshi pearls there. They're gorgeous. What would you do with these, Laura?
I don't know. I think I would add them with maybe some nice little rice pearls or something to break them up a little bit. But you know, just putting them, restranding them, and letting them have that movement, they'd make a really beautiful neck piece, like a real nice focal neck piece. Space it with some sterling silver, maybe little spacer beads or something like that. But flowers, organic flowers.
Of course.
You put a couple of them together.
Petals, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they make beautiful. And again, that would go beautiful on a cuff, like a cuff bangle, just as a focal in the middle, and maybe, you know, you don't have to go over the top.
That would look good. In fact, these would look nice with the ribbon that we had earlier on.
Yeah.
They look gorgeous with the ribbon. I love these. They're so organic. Beautiful colours there. Look at those. Wowzers. PZ GP13, 14 by 10 to 12 by 11 millimetres in size. Let's go down. Bargain Town. $21.95. That is incredible. That's way too low. They are peacock. I remember our guest designer Jan. In fact, I think that was the last strand of peacock pearls I had when Jan was here, saying that, you know, just 2 of them in a pair of earrings, she'd put them at a £50 price tag. These are keshi pearls, so you might not go that high, but my goodness me, they are beautiful. If you've got any of your white keshi pearls together, wouldn't they look stunning? Anonymous in Surrey, Jill in Lancashire, you've got yours, Angela in Surrey, Bertha in Colorado. Susan in Wiltshire, you're there as well on the web. Make sure you're checking these out as soon as you can. They are gorgeous. PZGP13 is your code. Look at that iridescence. Look at that colour. Phenomenal, phenomenal deal. Add them to your order. Still going with your 1p and P. Fill your baskets. Okay. I am so glad that I would have cried if we couldn't do this strand, literally. These are phenomenal. The colours, the uniqueness of this gemstone is incredible. Let me just hold these out straight. Have a look at these. Love them. Isn't that colour just mouth-watering? 210 carats of your magenta coloured dyed solar quartz here. You can see where the name solar comes from. If you look at each of these, just look how individual. That is like staring into a galaxy. They're so, I love this gemstone so much. I love the colour there. This for me is one of those strands where I'd have to say to my customer, do you want to pick one? Would you like to pick one out for yourself? Do you know what? I'm going to go with this one. I want this one made into a ring. Every single one completely different. Just got that gorgeous uniqueness. Look at that. Look at the colour as well. That is just beautiful. 11 by 6 to 26 by 14 millimetres in size, 20 centimetre strands you've got here. Now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 individual gemstones. That colour is magnificent. Can you see how individual they all are? No two are the same. I'm absolutely head over heels in love with this gemstone. Cheryl in Glamorgan, Weldon, Linda in Staffordshire, Angela in Surrey, you've just joined me as well. That huge one in the centre there, I think I'd have to make that into a ring as well. Statement rings. Earrings, 0800 644 655. We are going down on price for you. XUV X75, £11.95. One of these in a ring. Do you know what? Because of the uniqueness of the gemstone, I'm going to go with £20. £20, especially for a size like this. Look at that for a statement piece. It's beautiful, isn't it? £11.95. Incredible. Okie dokie, hold those lines. Now, we did set Laura, our lovely Laura, a challenge earlier. I think you did choose the strands, didn't you, Laura?
I did actually, yeah.
Well, Lana choose.
I did, yeah.
Lana choose. Oops, let's go and have a little look at what you've done.
Okay.
How long have you been working on these for?
Probably about an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dibby dib dibs. Oh, look at this. Look at that.
I literally just did that. That's about 5 minutes.
Huh?
I literally just did that.
You've just done it? Oh my gosh, Laura, that is just so cool. I love it. How long did this take you? Not long?
Literally 5 minutes.
I'm only guessing that because you said I've just done it, and I remember looking over and I saw you with the ring mandrel wrapping the wire around. That is beautiful. Yeah. I'm loving that design. It's fab, so unique. I love that. And that's just one piece. We've got the earrings as well. Oh, I love that. Less is more. Very simple, very elegant, long drop. I love earrings like this.
It's my favourite style to wear. So I don't know if it's because I used to have really short hair, but I'm always really conscious about big earrings. I'm not an earring person. I like earrings, but wouldn't cry if I went out of the house without one. But I would wear them because you still get that statement, but they're still subtle.
They are stunning. And you use the silver wire, which I do believe is at the bottom of your screen there, still available. The silver wire, absolutely beautiful. The drops on those are gorgeous. And the necklace, Laura binding, look at that. Wow, how long did this take you?
Probably about an hour. I mean, the necklace itself, the chain part, I wanted to do something a bit different. I often do a plaited kind of choker effect, but because I had these beautiful little black agates, they're a perfect size and they're not overpowering, but they just fit in perfectly.
They are.
It was just lovely, and I'd like to say, like, you know, we've had loads of those bundles of 25 metres of wire with the 1 mil 0.25. That's what I've still got used.
Wow.
Still got left, and I've used quite a lot in the pendant, so you know, any of those bundles, it's going to go a long way.
It really is, isn't it? There's absolutely loads of wire deals that we brought you today with those bundles, and the agate that we've got there as well. There was loads of you multi-buying with that. I don't blame you. It was absolutely gorgeous. $8.90, is that right? $8.95. Yes, it's right.
Wow.
It is absolutely right, says Allian. JSGC 23. I cannot believe we've gone down as low as $8.95. Just, in fact, Laura, the necklace.
Yeah.
What kind of price tag would you be popping on that now?
The pendant on its own, I would probably say for about 25 if it was just a pendant on its own or popping it on a simple chain. With the additional choker with the agate, again, you would probably say about £35 for the bundle, for the set.
Yeah.
And again, I often make large bailed pendants, so you would be able to remove that or pop it back on or change them. And I've still got
loads.
Tons of agate left, so you know, it's a really, really beautiful bundle to work with.
That's gorgeous. I love all of these. I love that ring as well. I might have to dibs that one. It's beautiful, really stunning. The wire is still available. That's at the bottom of your screen there. LTGC24 was the code for that one. Loads of you with these in your basket, so please make sure you check out. When are you next back?
I'm back for a late show on Wednesday.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, and what are you doing on the late show on Wednesday?
I have no idea.
Vicky might. Vicky's like, yes, yes. Vicky's just in the wings there. How long, sorry, Paul? Oh, is that all? it's been flown. It's absolutely flown today, hasn't it? Vicky and Alan. You can smell him a mile away. He's got the most incredible aftershave. He's always got a lovely aftershave on. You can smell him an hour after he's left the room as well. I believe you got some tanzanite, Vix.
We have.
Superstar buy, little monkeys. Look at this. Look at that colour. That is just gorgeous. That's coming up as a superstar buy on the late show tonight, 8:30. How many do you have, Vix? Do you know?
Not enough.
No, not enough. Good answer. Good answer. Not enough. Really? Oh, okay. You've got a huge quantity. I'm going to be at home. I'm going to get one of these. Definitely. They are stunning. 8:30 tonight with Vicky and Alan. Coming up for you as a superstar buy. They are lush. I still have some left, do I not? Yeah. Still got some. Do you know what? The Cabochon alone. Actually, I think you were quite conservative with your pricing there, I have to say, Laura.
Yeah.
I mean, the work that's gone into that necklace is just incredible. $8.95. What about you at home? What are you thinking? What kind of price tag would you be popping on that? I'm going with £30 to £40, depending on where you're selling.
Yeah, I mean, as a set with the necklace as well, I would probably say about £35 upwards, because obviously you've taken the time to give it a matching neck piece, and again it makes it that little bit higher. If you're going to like a nice black tie-do or something a little bit sort of high-end, it would look really nice with, you know, like a ball or some sparkle ball or something like that. With your red dress or a black dress, it'd look really nice.
Need a night out, don't we?
Yeah.
That's what we need. Okay, I'm going to squeeze in one more strand for you. Liam just said, you know what, I've got one more trick up my sleeve. Let's do this. 370 carats of your gunmetal colour-coated pie right here. They are so weighty. They are gorgeous. The bigger ones here, I'm thinking pendants, definitely. Your smaller ones, how about earrings? Very, very party. Very party. Should be for £14.95. Should be, but we're not going to stay there. It's the last opportunity with myself and Laura today. £5 off that price tag. £9.95. 0800 655. If you've got this in your basket, make sure you're checking out, because that is an incredible deal. HLVX91 is your code for that one. £9. I tell you what, we've just given gemstones away today. That's what we've been doing, giving them away. It's been incredible, hasn't it, Laura?
It's been great fun.
Balmy, I tell you. So Laura's back on Wednesday. I'm back on Wednesday as well, on the mid-show, 1 o'clock until 5. I just forget who I am, where I am. Don't know, just let me know. So stay tuned. Vicky's got some tanzanite coming up with you later. Whatever you're doing for the next few days, have a great few days, have a safe few days, and I shall see you Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Take care.
Well, today on the Cabochon course with Sarah Elvin, I've been learning how to do different types of braiding. I've been learning how to do the bracelets, I've been doing square braids,